3, 2. God damn it.
Well, Avery's having trouble opening his beer. Welcome to a podcast.
All right.
This is the first one. And we're going to get drunk while we do it. Okay, when's 10 minutes from now?
It's 10:08.
So at 10:18 we have to be done with this beer.
So we'll progressively
That's it.
I'll be done by 10.
talk about random topics, and every 10 minutes we'll open a new beer, and we'll see how the conversation evolves
I need an
over
actual
about
audience.
an hour.
We need an actual audience. I can't do this.
That's
Okay, okay. So
Get a picture of an audience up.
All right, so
what were you going to show me?
Go
Sure.
watch-
Just
yep.
click on the dude's Twitter, or you can watch it from there. It don't matter.
only in film.
This nigga tripping.
It's like the same dude's
Yo,
voice.
he's really fucking tripping.
It's the same guy finding all
He
these
finds-
things.
shit.
everyone
He just
in
walks
Philly.
around Philly finding
Well, he says,
homeless
"Don't do
people."
drugs."
My G, you walk around fucking naked.
Who cares?
Who cares?
My mom doesn't believe in God.
Only in Philly. Only in Philly.
My
What the
mom
fuck are
doesn't
you
believe in God.
This dude is high as shit in a crosswalk.
I know, I love that.
Slavery still exists.
He looks
I
like
love how there's a cop right there and there's not even doing.
this guy looks super refined and everything, and he's clearly just absolutely fucking destroyed. I'm gonna die. He's gonna shoot me.
I love him. Don't let him handcuff me.
Hey, look how fast he is. Here's my favorite part, because look, he gets him at gunpoint, and he still gets away. Watch
If
this.
he was black, he would have been dead in days.
So he's at gunpoint, and then in the next scene, look. I don't know what he's holding.
Is it a gun or a taser he's got out?
Well, whatever. He's gone.
How did he get out of there?
I love how the road's having construction, and there's so many cars they can't get to the guy.
This guy's running around like a fucking naked ostrich. This
All right.
is ridiculous.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
You gotta watch. No, you gotta watch to the end.
All right.
just watch
'Cause
the
it's
very
hilarious
end.
when it goes slow motion.
Tase him.
Tase. This guy's just following this naked dude around.
This is the best part. It's only 20 seconds longer.
I love when it goes slow motion. Right?
Yeah. What? Here it goes.
This guy looks crazy.
They kill everyone.
Well,
That's what we wanted to show you.
I wish I could have whatever this guy's on.
My mom doesn't even believe in God.
he says,
What kind of?
he says,
Yeah, like he seems
he
so
says,
normal though. Like, what
"Bro,
kind of
you're
drug is that?"
naked." He said,
It's
"Who-"
got to be PCP, right?
He says, "Who cares? My mom doesn't believe in God. My mom doesn't believe in God."
Gee,
It's
what
not.
does that even mean?
It's not even meth that makes you get naked.
Nope.
But if you actually Google naked guy,
There's
you
lot of
see a
stories.
lot of things.
But I love how the naked guy, my mom doesn't believe in God, it was instantly the first search. I knew it would be.
Maybe PCP's their bath salts.
Maybe. That's in Philadelphia.
Naked man caused havoc near temple.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess that's the same dude actually.
That was a great podcast.
My mother doesn't believe in God.
He looks like Egyptian, the actual guy that was
I'd
naked.
hang out
I mean,
with
he's
him.
Clearly,
Like, if he was clothed, I'd probably do stuff with
He
him.
reminds
He
me of
seems
the
pretty
guy
normal.
from that HBO series where they're all actors, and I can't think of his name now.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Walking Phoenix.
What is Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Sounds like a black dude.
Oh, what is that show? Where they've got the guy that's nicknamed Turtle.
How do you even spell Joaquin?
It's Joaquin.
Oh, what? Well, he's
Joaquin.
definitely not black. He looks like
didn't know who
he looks like John Mayer.
I was kidding. Was that
almost.
who you were talking about? He made a joke. He said Walking Phoenix, like Walking Dead with a phoenix.
This guy looks like if John Mayer didn't do art.
Well, you know that he made that joke movie about himself. Did you see that documentary? What was it called?
I don't know.
He made a fake documentary about himself as a
Who,
joke.
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. Look up the movies.
It's a fake documentary.
I'm still here. I'm still here. That was it. He made a movie about himself, like he went down the tubes, but it wasn't. It didn't actually happen. He faked
Oh, what
himself,
do you mean in tubes?
like a shitty
This show was an
He made a
HBO
documentary as
series.
if Joaquin Phoenix was washed up, even though that never happened. He made a fake documentary about himself being
trailer.
washed up. Apparently, it was pretty
I
good.
know
How is it not Joaquin? I don't understand. How that's
guys-
Joaquin.
Spanish.
That's you. Drop some water, and you're on top
Is
of
it
the
a
mountain.
joke?
It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's a
One day you start
mock-
sliding down the mountain, and you think, wait a minute, I'm a mountaintop water drop. I don't belong in this valley, this river, this little dark ocean with all these drops of water.
This is pretty intense.
Then one day it gets hot.
Okay.
It's like his rise back to
That was
stardom.
pretty good.
Like he
Oh,
was
he
never
was-
even that famous.
So
and
he
stuff.
was the guy from.
Walk the Line.
You know how I
Walk
told you
Hard.
guys-
Also, he was in Gladiator, right?
Yeah, he was. He was the douche.
You know, I told you guys that Shia LaBeouf, they found him at that random house in like Arkansas or whatever.
Yeah,
he
he's
moved
going
to a
crazy.
new cabin, and they found his cabin within like an hour because they found the wood pattern on the outside of the cabin in one of his pictures and searched through every cabin you could rent in that town.
Well, that's it.
He's going. I've heard he's going crazy. He's been like yelling at people.
He's
and
like
stuff.
super SJW.
Look at Shia LaBeouf explodes at bowling alley. This is him in a bowling alley. I think someone I was watching.
I love how Shia LaBeouf is all over the country in different places.
And he's like, he's in the middle of
everywhere.
fucking nowhere.
Getting
He's like, I'm in a diner yelling at someone. Or he's at a protest, like doing something, or some lady's
He
house
is
in
an
Arkansas.
extreme SJW. What's he saying?
What is even happening in
He's
this?
calling this guy a racist, and then a black cop shows up to save it.
I still like the video where that.
French fries. That's all I heard.
So, like Zach was saying, he was doing
What the
this.
fuck is wrong with Shia?
Did I tell
He
you
did
about
this
that, where-
performance art where he had a camera and it's like, we will not,
You know, like at the museums and stuff, I had the camera up.
and it said, we will not be whatever.
Oh yeah, I
People
heard
would come
about
out there
it.
and say,
what,
whatever they
what did
want.
it say?
We will not divide us is what
He will
He
not
will not
divide
divide
us.
us.
Or yeah, we will
So,
not divide us.
right, so he got into a lot, like,
Got
people
2
kept
minutes.
ambushing him. Oh, shit.
But he.
Oh, hiccup.
People kept ambushing it, and so they decided to make it a secret
Did you ever see
location.
that group of Italian dudes that walked up to it? They were like
No.
super Guido Italian stereotype when we're talking about Trump and like all that stuff.
Like, bullshit.
Like they showed up to the guys that were at the camera and they're like, "Yeah, dude, you won't divide us," blah blah blah. And then they got to the camera and they were like, "Fucking Trump's the man, bro." And the guys behind them were just like, because it was the SJWs that didn't know what to do in the situation.
It's like,
They were super Guido, like 50-year-old dudes that were just like typical.
This
New
is a
Yorker.
compilation of He Will Not Divide Us.
Excuse me, where's the
Oh, it's.
Oh, you should watch that. Friend.
He will not divide us. Obama bombs brown people. He will not
bombs brown people.
Bill Clinton is a rapist. He will not divide us.
That dude doesn't look like
So-
what you would expect. Like he looks like he would be an SJW.
He will not divide us.
Well, they kept ambushing
Oh,
them.
is this point? Is that? Oh, okay. So everyone's
They're
there,
anti, like, everybody.
and
knows.
then this guy comes in and says Obama bans brown
See if
people
the
and
end of
makes
this
them
one's
people
where
mad.
that Asian kid is, like the last few minutes.
Yeah,
is just the
it gets
Asian dude.
trolled.
Yeah, okay, so this one has something in it that's hilarious.
SJWs, the blue pills. The blue pills, the Antifa, whatever you want to call yourselves. This is why you lost part 2. You lost because you told the poor, white, working families in rural Pennsylvania.
Who is this guy, Asian guy with this gang of people
I
around
know,
him?
it's
Like
like
gang
the
of
most
white.
diverse gang ever.
It's literally like the ethnic.
It's like the fucking.
It's the UN.
This dude's standing there with
It's
his
like the
backpack.
cultural. What do you call it?
Banditos.
The cultural banditos here to protest fucking Trump.
Literally.
They're not even. They're supporting Trump, and they're like the most
Yeah, he's
diverse.
telling them why the left
For
lost it.
families closing down in the community.
He makes a black joke and then looks at the black dude and says
They were
something
the
to him.
privileged ones because of their skin color. That they benefit from white privilege.
Well, that guy's not benefiting.
Does he have
from
a
white
thick
privilege.
accent? Like, is he like?
Yeah, he's not the best at English. I don't think.
He's Asian.
He sounds like he knows what he's doing, though.
He's Asian.
All right, hold up. I got a topic.
Let's hear it.
It's what I asked you on the phone earlier. Zach, do you think that water bottles cause gayness?
I've got
His name. Well, he's not.
Special
We
guest.
can
We'll
edit
bleep
out.
that. We'll edit. We'll replace that with Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, so
Every time we bleep something, it should
I guess-
just do the censor instead of a
Well, you
beep.
wanna tell
should
the
be
story
real-
of-
Yeah.
how it
So I have a friend. I guess we don't have to say his name, but he knows we're talking about him. I have an acquaintance who insists that the reason people are gay is because of BPAs in water bottles.
Well, he's right.
And I asked him, I said, okay, well then why have there been gay people throughout all of history? And he said, well, I guess it wasn't the BPA so much as he says it's problems and inconsistencies in human behavior and things we do. So I said, then why were there gay Romans? He's like, well, they had their own problems. So not water bottles, but maybe they were drinking lead. I don't know. I guess gay. Every culture that's ever had gay people, which is every culture,
Their aqueducts had
something's
BPA.
fucked
their
up.
aqueducts had lead in it. Fucking drove them fucking crazy, man.
So
That's why they were all gay. In the
Drove
end.
them gay.
That's Socrates himself. I think that's so funny. Like to think that the reason people are gay is because like
Water bottles.
something caused it.
Right.
And it's also like, are you trying to tell me that my where's the
That
science?
my
Right?
gay dad is.
Or no, like my
serious?
dad before he had sex with my mother drank a bunch of BPA, or was it that my mom was drinking BPA while I was pregnant, or is it that I was literally born as a child and became gay because I drank plastic in water bottles?
Are you saying you're gay?
I'm wondering, like, which one does he believe? It's got to be like either
Well, we've all seen.
your parents drink BPA water and then that makes you gay,
Not this family does.
or is it that you're straight your whole life, but you drink water in high school, and then you end up being
Or
gay
better
because
yet, everyone and their
That's what
mother
Michelle
drinks
Obama-
bottled water, and we're not all gay.
Michelle
Or
was
we
trying
lying?
to turn everyone gay. It's the liberal agenda.
That's what.
Because
That
I
was,
drink a lot of water, and I started feeling gay lately, maybe. Or something.
that was one of the
We all
Alex
have
Jones
porn
things.
where we
The
see
gay
a nice
frogs.
looking dick. There's some porns with some good looking.
That's
dicks.
only
The
reason I
only
watch
reason
them.
you think that is because you drank some water the other day.
If I didn't
You
drink
love
water-
drinking water.
I drink water while watching porn.
Second thing,
That's
fluoride.
not good to do.
Is fluoride... See, that's another thing. People say fluoride in water is meant to sterilize the population, but people still have fucking kids
So
all
you,
the time.
You think with all that Flint water problems, there's tons of gay
Flint-
people in Flint because all they can drink is
Flint
water
sucks.
out of
No,
bottles.
what
No.
Flint's water did was it turned Probably shouldn't say that,
I don't think.
but it did.
No, I'm
But
saying
what
their
if it
water's so
could?
bad that they have to drink out of a bottle, so everyone there's going to turn gay.
Well, every gay black person
That's a good
just
point,
drank
dude.
bottled
in
water
1,000
Flint.
years, or in
Flint's
50
ceases
years,
to exist.
yeah. If Flint is like the gay mecca of Michigan, then we know it's because they've been using their bottled water
Because they can't drink
to
tap
cook
water.
and to clean and to bathe themselves.
Well,
That would be, honestly, if someone wants to conduct some studies on this, just go to Flint.
I'm going to do my
There we
master's
go.
on it.
I think topic solved.
this is the warmest beer I've ever drank. It's
I
not
don't
that
really
bad.
mind warm
It's
beer.
cold, but
I have to say,
Mine's cold.
I don't mind it. I think you can drink it quickly.
quite quickly.
I mean, I'll drink
Quickly.
it. I'll definitely drink it.
I like
I
my
had
beer
to
cold.
talk it,
Damn
but
it.
I
You know
was
how you say
thinking
X in
about
Portuguese?
it.
In Spanish, it's Equis or Equis. In
So
Portuguese,
it's dos. It's two X's.
two X's. In
Oh, that's
Portuguese,
literally
it's
That's literally the beer.
two
I
X's.
get
Literally. In Portuguese, the word is xis.
Do you remember how to say eggs in German? Because I don't.
Ixenhaven.
Literally don't.
No, but listen how funny this is.
A, B, K, Z, D.
A, B, C,
Is it
D.
ass?
In French, it's A, B, C, D. But in Portuguese, X is cheese. So how do you say cheese in English? Cheese. So when you get a cheeseburger in Brazil on the menu, it's X-burger, cheeseburger.
Interesting.
So it's
X-burger.
actually become right.
It's
so,
because hamburgers are religious.
so if you say like I want a cheese frango, it means I want a cheese chicken sandwich. Frango's chicken. So it's just funny because now it's become they don't even know that they just think X burger means hamburger now. Like it doesn't even
X.
matter if it's whatever. It's stupid.
Can they not say the words ham? They can say ham, right?
Do you know
think
why it's
that's why
called
they're
Oh,
hamburger?
it's
governments are
cheeseburger. That's why they say
Cheeseburger,
it.
right? But now it's at the point where even if you
Yeah,
want a
they say
hamburger,
that.
it's still called an X burger, cheeseburger.
That's funny.
They've lost the meaning entirely.
Yeah.
Another thing, you know how you say bubblegum in Portuguese?
Yeah, buble gumbo.
Chiclete, chiclets. Their word for bubblegum is chiclets, which is just like
They
zero.
got a fucking monopoly on Mexican
That's
candy.
right, brother.
I remember those chiclets that you could get in like those fucking
Vendors,
what do they call those?
twisters.
You like put the money
Slot
in.
machine for
Yeah,
candy.
it's a slot machine.
No, it
for
was
candy.
it was
I just think what it is, like a change slot.
It's like kids to gamble for candy, but I mean you're not really gambling because you always get.
Don't
it.
you
you
hate
get
when it would
different
fuck
flavor.
up and you'd get like one chiclet?
And you'd be like, God fucking damn it, dude!
Yeah.
They're out to get me.
That's why
One time,
I turned gay.
one time I was in a
Loveless.
Mexican restaurant with this family.
Was it Chacos?
I don't even know.
You were with another family?
I was with some random family, and the littlest kid bought some candy and it didn't pop out. So he shoved his hand in the thing, and it was so bad. the dad was like embarrassed, and he was like trying to pull this little kid's hand out because he was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the little kid cried like the whole meal because his hand was so fucked. It wasn't like he broke it, but he was a little kid.
Just bleeding at the table.
Yeah, no, but I just thought that was hilarious. That little kid tried to like fucking sneak his way in there. He learned his lesson.
Yeah.
You don't steal.
He is a lot
from
better.
the Mexicans.
No, that was run by the cartel.
The M13 Mexican restaurant. Is that the name of the cartel?
M13. Yeah.
M13 Mexican 13
the
restaurant. The M13 is like they'll cut your head off and put it in a.
Is that El Chapo's crew?
No, that's an.
You mean Eduardo Guzman? What was his first name?
I don't know.
It's
El
something,
Chapo's the dude who
something close to Eduardo.
Eduardo.
Something
El
Guzman.
Chapo's that TV show like Prison Break.
Just El Chapo. Eduardo Guzman. It is Eduardo Guzman.
He's an artist.
No, it's not. That's Dr. Eduardo
He's a
Guzman.
urologist in
Beneath those
Miami.
things. Look up El Chapo.
Eduardo Guzman's gonna
Just
get
type
fucking-
El Chapo. It should say his
His
full
Twitter's
name
gonna
under the
blow up.
search.
El Chapo's
El
on
Chapo.
Twitter. Just
The-
escaped prison
It's
again.
Spanish for the Chapo. The Chapo. Joaquin! Oh my god!
It's Joaquin Phoenix. What the hell, dude? Joaquin Phoenix is the fucking
Joaquin
tunnel guy.
Stay here. I'm gonna give you guys a
You
tip.
know why he's famous, right?
Because he Sean Penn.
The show's
Here, don't
about
pluck the mic. He's I don't think Zach could be heard if you're in front of it.
like that little foot.
But he's
You don't
known
think
for the
sound
tunnels.
travels?
He's the tunnel guy.
he's the tunneler.
Have you seen that?
You know what hit him the other day? A Moab. He's like this.
Speaking of
Hit him in the tunnel.
Moabs, I've got a friend.
No. So check it out. Let me show you something cool.
What is it?
In Spanish and Portuguese, if you see this accent above any letter, that just means the emphasis is on the word. So the word would be Guzman or Joaquin.
Guzman.
So you put the emphasis where the accent is.
Joaquin Guzman.
So,
Joaquin
so it'd be
Guzman.
Jesus.
I have to say though,
Joaquin
this
L.
motherfucker is like building tunnels into.
He's
How do you
caught.
not know?
He's caught now.
How do they not know?
Right.
They get
Well,
extra
no, he
time.
owns the
He's
police
in
that
America
run the
now.
prisons.
So you're saying it's a big conspiracy?
No, it's not. He
So
literally
essentially-
pays the fucking prison
technically-
guards and say,
no,
don't let him
why
know.
would
That's
he
literally
even
conspiracy.
build-
Technically, that's a conspiracy.
Why would he build?
Because the
tunnel?
cops can't come out and say, I'm corrupt, to let him loose. They have to at least act
no,
like they
it'd be
don't know
like-
it.
Because
Oh,
it's not
this
like
tunnel
the
popped
whole
out.
government.
Yeah,
was
exactly.
corrupt.
He owns
And he's-
literally half
so
the
he
fucking
literally
the
has
prison.
like $10 million, and he's like, "Hey, I got some dudes with a tunnel coming."
Did
in
you
the
ever
next
see
few
Pablo
weeks."
Escobar? He came
Pablo
up with,
Escobar is pretty
his
cool.
prison was a mansion that he agreed
He
with the
built
government he would
himself.
build himself.
Well, you know what? Pablo Escobar is the coolest dude ever because he funded the Colombian soccer team, and they were awesome.
Yeah,
right.
but then you know
And
what
you know what?
happened
I
to-
forgive all the crimes. No, but there was a point when he was in jail.
There was two Pablos. The one
Two
Pablo
soccer
scored
teams.
a goal and
Pablito,
died.
Pablo
No,
Escobar.
two soccer teams came and played for his prison.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
he literally-
Yeah, he was
and
goddamn
people were
super
like,
rich.
We've all seen Narcos, dude.
It really bothered people. Actually,
Well,
isn't
yeah,
that what
because
that's
he was a
from?
fucking.
It might actually be from that.
we reminded me of something when we mentioned
Did you know he like
El
Joaquin
Chapo.
Phoenix. Is
Has
that
so
really
much
Talking about El
Joaquin?
Chapo. You know how he got caught? El Chapo this time?
Sean
He's caught
Penn.
now. He had an interview with Sean Penn, who was trying to be like... Sean Penn, the fucking actor, wanted to be like a breakout
I
journalist.
hate that guy.
So
Sean Penn's a
he...
douche.
Well, El Chapo was
Look at
like...
his douchey face.
I thought that was how he got caught last time before he broke out, but now he got caught. And
You know, that was how he got caught, was the Sean Penn thing. I
Sean
think.
Penn
He
literally
looks just like El Chapo.
You know, when everyone
He-
talks about handsome actors, they're like, you know, Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, Sean Penn. I'm thinking, why the fuck Sean
People
Penn?
say Sean
He
Penn.
looks like a
Sean Penn.
rapist.
I
I'm
honestly
sorry,
think
Sean
he
Penn.
is
If
a
you're
rapist.
listening, Sean Penn, I'm sorry I said
He's gonna be like, man, I just wanted to listen to this podcast.
He's the only listener.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, fuck those
It's
guys.
this podcast name is Sean Penn. Please listen.
Sean Penn, go fuck yourself.
Please, Sean
Title of
Penn.
the first episode, Sean Penn, go fuck yourself.
No, but
He'd show up next week and be like, what's wrong with you?
he met with
Hey,
El
the
Chapo
biggest
under his
thing is-
alias, Pon
Or
Shin,
listens.
the Chinese
He did what?
samurai. No,
Alright guys, hold on before we say anything else. Just hit that like or subscribe button.
Yeah, if you want to comment down below and tell us why you hated us, that'd be great.
no.
If you
but
got any beer recommendations, don't leave them.
I think we're gonna
Leave
move
me
up to
comments down below.
3X next time.
You
Cuatro
can
X.
sell them in threes.
Fear Eckies?
4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
God.
8, 9,
Is it
10.
Elf?
That's good. So El Chapo basically said, "I won't do an
Why are we on
interview."
Charlize Theron and Sean Connery.
Yeah, because they all interviewed El Chapo. Every one of these people, Hopper, Jack Penn,
They're
his
all
son. Look at his
auditioning
douchey
for-
son. Click on his stupid son.
That's Sean Penn's son.
Hopper, Jack Penn.
Hopper Jack.
Why is his name
Look at
a
that.
device to load paintball? He
There we
looks.
go. We filmed the thumbnail for the podcast.
God, he looks like
I don't like this.
he
guy.
literally looks like a potato with the eyes and lips drawn on. Hopper.
Well, he
That
looks
hair, that's the
crazy.
Yeah,
stupidest-
he's bald
Dude,
already.
This photo is amazing.
Click the next one. He looks like a gang member from like a '90s.
This looks like a
gang
joke.
movie.
It looks like,
a
this guy's the
London-based gang
comedian
or something, though.
dressing up as an idiot next to his father.
It looks like a London.
No, click this. I want to see the black and white one. Look how bald he is already.
The hairline.
That's not that bald.
But you know what?
I think it's
though?
because he drank BPAs.
I got the same hairline.
He drank BPAs, so now he's gang bald.
You know,
He looks like PewDiePie.
Look at
he really does. Just that picture. He looks like. You know what's funny? El Chapo was fine until he drank BPAs and he turned into Sean Penn's son.
No,
He turned into Hopper
Why the
Jack
fuck did
Penn.
Sean Penn interview El
So
Chapo?
El Chapo said, "I won't interview with any news agencies," but he
But
was like a
I'll
huge.
interview with-
No,
Was that
he
the
was a
cover?
huge like movie fan.
Was it the cover that Sean Penn wanted to play him in a movie or something?
Something? Yeah, he's like, "I want to." No,
I wanna
he was.
be you in a
yeah.
movie.
Well, the thing was, the FBI like tracked him. Like Sean Penn didn't know the FBI was tracking him, and they used that interview to actually catch him.
Like Sean Penn, I
Sean-
don't think Sean Penn was
They caught
actually
Sean
in
Penn?
that.
And the article got a lot of
They
flack.
used that interview to catch
Sean
Sean
Penn's
Penn.
El Chapo.
Every news article or
the
every
guy.
news agency was like, "This is the shittiest article we've ever read." He was like, "I'm in the jungle. I have to shit in the woods. I'm in the middle of nowhere. There is El Chapo, ready to meet me. He looks at me. I look at him, and he's El Chapo, and I'm Sean Penn. Like, look up Sean Penn."
I'm gonna Google Sean Penn as an asshole and see what happens. 15 reasons Sean Penn's a douche. Here you go, Crave Online. Here's some traffic for you.
He has terrible regret over. Reason number one, he has terrible regret over meeting with El Chapo. Sure, he was responsible for tens of thousands of murders, but go ahead, Sean, eat tacos and drink tequila with him. It's all about El Chapo.
It's literally 10 stories about him meeting El
Reason
Chapo.
2, perhaps he met with El Chapo. Why?
He studies Jeet Kune Do. I don't know what it
Gets
is,
my chakras
but it
legit.
sounds...
It gets my chakras legit.
He touts his progressivism on date. All right. Hugo Chavez is one of the most important forces we've had. He took this photo on this guy.
He calls guns cowardly killing machines. What's a not cowardly way to kill someone? He called Matt and Trey ignorant.
Why would you call Matt and Trey Parker ignorant? Wow, what's his name? Matt Groening and Trey Parker. I'm like acting like they're married. Like Matt and Trey Parker.
Because they're holding hands in the picture.
Speaking of
Is that
cross-dressing,
Sean Penn?
here's a picture of Penn and Drag.
Well, I hate Sean Penn after tonight.
Wait, what did he call Britain? Let me see it. Let me scroll up. He called it colonist, archaic, and ludicrous for its Falkland Islands territory 3 months after colonizing
What
Libya
time
with
did
its
we start
ideology.
drinking?
Oh man, dude. The Falklands. You remember that shit about Jeremy Clarkson going to the Falklands? Do you guys know about that?
Yeah.
No, but do you know about the war?
Yeah, the Falkland War. Essentially, what they
Argentina
were like it
went
was
to war with Britain.
No, Argentina had some areas that were British colonies, right? And then Argentina sort of wanted them to be. It would be essentially like fighting for your own liberation.
Well, no, okay. The Falklands were British controlled. They even spoke English, if I'm not
Exactly,
mistaken.
but
the
Argentina
was-
wanted to annex them because they was like, "That's our land. That's Argentina."
Yeah, and they
land."
went to Britain went to war with Argentina in like the 80s.
Yeah, but
Isn't
the
that
thing
absurd?
is it's not like Argentina's going to win. And then what happened is a lot of people died. Right? It's a war.
What?
So Jeremy Clarkson on Top Gear
Drove his car into an airplane.
drove his car into the Falklands. No, no, Jeremy Clarkson, and they went down there, and they had a license plate, and the license plate said like 1497.
Britain lover.
And they legitimately thought it was a supreme coincidence, but they thought that the license plate was supposed to represent the number of deaths of Argentinians in the Falkland War, and they were so mad about it. They not to the point where you could we should look this up maybe, but like they had a film crew and stuff. There were like protests in cities like trying to get them out of there, their film crew, and to the point where the entire road was blocked off, and like
fuck
their
you,
fucking
Jeremy
film
Clarkson.
crews, like their cars and shit, like their windows were all broken. They had to literally drive across like this desert to avoid dying.
Two things you
Because
reminded me
like
of.
250 people were like obstructing the highway and they couldn't do anything about it.
I think it was a really
Antifa,
low number
George
of deaths.
Soros was a part
Dude,
of all
it's
this.
There
fucking
was-
crazy.
There was
man.
only a couple hundred
Jeremy
deaths.
Clarkson was like, "What? We know it's."
You reminded me of two stories. My buddy, he's Brazilian, but his grandpa fought in the Falklands War. They volunteered. They're like, fuck the colony Britain, motherfucker. We are Latin America. So this dude volunteered and went to the Falklands War. He was Brazilian. He wasn't even Argentinian. And he would like came back and he was like coming back telling stories like I saw some shit. You know, like the Falklands War. And people died, like 500. It was a really low number. Google the number. I think it was like how many people died.
Just Google Jeremy Clarkson's license plate.
Yeah. Google how many people died in the Falklands War.
526.
And the second thing you reminded me, I actually don't even know if there's a U. Is there? 255 British, 600. That's actually quite a few
so
people.
649.
That's like, if you think about it, like, think how many Argentinians the British killed.
A very dirtish war. British.
Dirtish?
A very British.
A very dirty
war.
we put on our
I'm
hands.
getting too drunk to read.
How long did the war last? Like
4 days?
Days?
That's what it was. Apparently, someone alleged that it was 777 British troops. I think.
Oh.
Because it was supposed to be like, they're the force of God.
What if his license plate said F-U-C-K? What, I mean,
No, it literally-
P-H-U-C-K
Here, let me
Argentina.
look it up.
There's the whole back bumper.
Fuck Tina. Arjane? Didn't he beat the shit out of the director?
Yeah, that might have happened. Top Gear Falkland. Yeah, that's literally the first thing that pops up.
Jeremy Clarkson threatened with 3 years in jail as
No, they were serious. They literally had to sneak out of their hotel because the people at the hotel
Was this
gave
on the
them
show?
up. Yeah, it was a really good episode.
Was this Top Gear or the Amazon show? This is
Top Gear. This is their last season. I think.
Okay, scroll up. It was right there.
Jeremy
It's at the
Clarkson.
top.
Here it is.
Oh, right there. No, right here. Last night, the pros back on up to 3. The decision was the Falklands were veteran. By failing it. Okay.
Here, this is where it says how many people.
War vets.
Politician claimed that the 269 on the number plate of the Ford Mustang Richard Hammond drove were close to the 250. It's not even the same number.
It's not even the same number.
It's not even the same number.
269 was his
and
license
the
plate.
646 on
And
James
the
May
250
Lotus could be taken as a reference to. That's at least close.
What the fuck?
This is at least close on James
Okay, that'd
May.
be like me trying to like give reference to 9/11 and making my license plate 412 and be like, it's close.
Yeah, like, I mean, at the same time, though, what is it? Who said that?
Some stupid judge.
Well, look at this catch.
It is a politician, so it's not like some guy just said that.
Oh my God.
People had mass protests, and
It was Betsy DeVos.
Probably. You mean my teacher?
Argentina
Top Gear Argentina special. Falklands.
Is that how you pronounce it? DeVos? Or just pronounce it
baby.
DeVos. That's how people say it.
DeVos.
Yeah, Betsy DeVos.
Here's a clip of them driving away from the hotel.
In Mustangs.
Oh my
This
God.
is photos of their car. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they had to abandon their cars in the middle of the road because if they saw those cars, they would attack the cars.
What the fuck, dude?
And these are photos of the cars here. They're
they
all
wouldn't recognize
they're
Jeremy
abandoned. All the
Clarkson.
windows are smashed up. They're all dirty. This is I think this is a video of them driving by when the protest was happening.
Quite literally, they're pissed because a British dude had a license plate that wasn't even the same
It
number
wasn't even the same.
as the number of deaths.
Isn't that crazy though? I
Mi
always thought that was-
padre, mi
Alright,
padre
we
está
gotta get on to
muerto.
the next one, huh?
Oh yeah. Let's just drink this.
And that's why Venezuela.
If you're listening, viewers, if anyone's listening, this is our second beer, but we've already had 4, right?
It's 4 total. We had 2 at the restaurant,
So
4 beer.
we're not there yet. We got a ways to go.
You reminded me of a
5
story. I
more to
got
go. Why are you gonna feel a tingle?
God,
I'll get more beers.
so you think we can edit these parts out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if not, then whatever.
All right.
Just fast forward to.
I gotta Google something.
That's already been half an hour.
Was Cleopatra?
Gay.
My mom was Cleopatra gay. 12 greatest female gay icons.
Hillary Clinton.
Wouldn't it be gay female icons? Female gay icons. Judy Garland. Barbara Streisand's gay? Diana Ross. She's attractive. Beyonce. Wait, these are not right.
Barbara Streisand? You guys ever heard of well, it was say
Look how attractive Beyonce is in this picture.
I think Beyonce's hot as fuck, dude.
Look at Lisa Minnelli.
Is everyone done?
I hate Beyonce.
Where's mine at? I put mine here. These are a little bit cold today.
I got pee, you know.
So, what I got reminded
Hold
of,
on, ready? And we're back.
Okay.
Thank you for the commercial break.
So
Dasani.
Speaking of Argentina,
We're getting sued.
my ex-girlfriend was telling me of a time, like in South America, obviously they're
What's
not
your
all
girlfriend's full
equal.
name and address?
De la Concerto. No, but when Luisa was in Chile, there's a big thing where the
Like
cops.
the restaurant.
Does he mean Chile?
Yes, Chili's.
Chile?
The cops will
Chile?
bribe you there. So right,
I know,
not
I
bribe. The cops won't bribe you. You have to bribe them. Okay, let me,
They pull you over and they're like, I'll let you go if I pay you.
no, but you have to bribe the cops. So like, it's kind of routine that if you get pulled over, like in Brazil and in Chile and stuff, when you're driving down the interstate, you pass cop stations all the time. Like every X amount of kilometers or miles, there is
like
a police
an actual
station
police station
on the road. Yes, and you see a bunch of impounded cars.
Like a check,
Like a
it's an
Like a
actual
checkpoint.
station
There are checkpoints.
with an impound though.
Yeah, with impounds. All of them, like everyone you pass is got like
Is it like
100
an actual
motorcycles.
building or is it like a little?
It's a building.
checkpoint?
It's a whole building.
Dang.
So
That's pretty brutal.
in Chile, whenever they'll stop you they don't always stop you, but sometimes they will. But these cops will stop you and they'll say like, it's kind of assumed you'll give them money. So
yeah, I heard you told me about how you were going through with her father.
no, I wasn't there. It's the same story, but I was not there. So Louisa was with her dad in Chile and in Chile. And every stop that he was
Ruby
paying him.
Tuesdays.
So finally he got pissed because he was actually running out of cash. So he gets stopped and the cop's like, "Hey, you got anything for me?" And he's like, I said, "No, I have no money. I'm out of cash." And the cop looks over, and in the cup holder there was a chocolate bar. He's like, "Well, can I have that chocolate? Can I have that chocolate bar?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was just like, "I gotta get something."
He gave him a chocolate.
He gave him a chocolate bar because he wasn't gonna pay him
to
any more
bribe
money.
him.
Yeah. So.
Josh, why don't you let everybody know what strand that is?
This is a marijuana strand of weed that tastes like
Super dank.
marijuana.
It's called Pineapple Express.
It's called Super
And
Dank
it's
Weed
called,
Elite
I bought
Gorilla.
it from a legal guy in a legal town.
He's smoking it out of a 13-foot bong.
The
He
only
has to
people who
climb
are
a
going to
step
listen to
ladder.
this podcast, dude, are cops. They're not going to get arrested.
No, well the
We're
thing
in
is,
Colorado.
Josh is technically he has a medical reason to smoke this. He's
gay.
actually
He loves getting hot.
he's a chair, and the weed helps make him a normal human being.
I got a good story. This one time,
This story sucks, boo.
I was smoking weed with some friends of mine, and
They turn gay because of BPA's in the weed.
this is what that story's about.
They
It's about
started
turning
it
gay.
up in a water bottle.
No, he said he was telling me about how him and his friends bought a bunch of weed, and their brother flushed it, and they went to their brother,
It's a
and
Mark
they were
Mall.
like, "What the fucking shit? You
He
just
smoked
flushed like
explosion.
like $60 of weed." They were pissed at him because it's expensive for a little kid. But I'm serious. Like he was pissed at his brother for flushing his weed, and he asked him why, and his brother said, "Don't smoke that shit; it'll make you gay."
Okay.
So we got weed making us gay. BPA's making us gay. Is there anything in the world that doesn't either cause cancer or make us gay?
You remember me another
Seemed to
story.
be Gay by 20.
There was a family that we played baseball with,
Which one?
and I'm gonna type their name out. All right,
Why don't you
just type it.
sign language if you
I'm gonna type their name out. Josh, watch. Dank 1211 strand.
Just tell me how to spell
This
it.
was their name. I'm not going to say
spell it out
it
with
in
letters.
case
Audience.
you're watching right now, bro. This family, all right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
So-
he comes in all the time.
Well, the older,
Plays
I remember
seven
That guy's gay.
there was like
for
3
sure.
brothers,
He's
and
still
like
alive.
You're talking about the gay one, right?
there was a really older one, and then the second oldest one, whatever. So the oldest one caught the second oldest brother, and he told me the story. He's like, "Oh, I'll never forget. I caught my little bro. He was bent over sucking his own dick, so I beat the shit out of him." I was like, "What?" He's like, he was sucking his own dick, so I beat the shit out of him. I was like,
You should have been like,
that's how you handle
incredible.
it. Listen, brother, justice, learn a lesson. He beat the shit out of his
say,
brother, apparently, for
can you
sucking
imagine-
his own dick.
Can I interject?
Think about that.
I'm working on the.
That's the first thing I would think.
Like,
I have to
what
say, think of the
exercises
worst
did you
time to
do?
get the shit beat out of you is when you're sucking dick.
Do you remember that rumor when everyone's like, remember Marilyn Manson? He got his 8th rib removed so he could suck his own dick.
I swear
Apparently you
God,
don't need to have
that's
that
one of
up.
those stories that no matter where you go in the entire United
Everyone
States,
knows it.
everyone in the 8th grade will be talking about that. You know what I mean?
It's kind of like when people used to draw the S in that weird like font.
The
Like,
fucking
it's like
weird,
a
the
diamond
Superman
S.
ass.
the dollar
yeah.
S. Yes, it's almost like a dollar sign.
Everyone just
Wow.
drew that when they were like,
That's why I imagined it because vocabulary.
Yeah, they were like, did you know if you do this, I just like a million things that little kids, no matter what the generation, they all pass it down. It's like in the psyche of an
Or it's
8-year-old.
like you can hear a story.
if you say Bloody Mary,
I heard Hannibal
5
Buress
times.
talking about this, how like you'll hear a story about
Heard
some guy
who?
who did some crazy thing, and then you'll go somewhere else, and someone else tells the same fucking story.
Yeah.
And it's almost like we have these like
Your culture passes
Like
shit
when
yeah,
down.
exactly. It's almost like a fucking like an oral tale.
Yeah, well, it's funny, like a kid in Seattle, Washington
Like,
watches the
I
same
have a
thing.
good example. Everybody listening right now has heard this story. It's
All
disgusting.
three of
It's
us.
actually very gross, but it's about the Jolly Rancher and going down on a girl. Have you ever heard this?
Yeah, like the kid got stuck to her. I don't know. I've never
No.
heard
The
of
kid
this.
has got a Jolly Rancher in his mouth, and he loses it in the girl.
Ew.
And then he's like fishing around for the Jolly
Grody.
Rancher. The whole point is because everyone's heard the story. You've never heard this?
I've heard Deeper Johnny Deeper.
I've heard that if you put like a.
That's not what I'm
I've heard
talking
if you
about. Like a
put-
story that people pose as true.
Well, I mean,
All right, so the kid loses the Jolly Rancher in the.
I've heard if you put
Smooth.
And
sweet
then
candy on
he
it,
searches
it
through
tastes
and he
better.
like bites something, and it's like something gross. It's not the Jolly Rancher.
Ew.
What
Exactly, it's a
what
gross
is
story.
it?
It's a baby.
It's like either like some people say different things. They'll say like it's an STD or it's a tampon. Or
He
anything.
bit
Who
an
knows?
STD.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's an STD.
That's the thing, though. Is but when I was told this,
Get that out of
story,
my mouth.
It was told to me as like, you know what I mean?
Man, you got an
They'll
STD,
be
we'll
and
remove
was
it
like-
right
It
away.
was like they've been to like a clump of like herpes, and it's like that's not what happened.
Jesus Christ!
That's not how.
Get
it
that out of
works.
my head.
Exactly.
I'm done drinking.
Oh
I
my
told you it
god!
was a gross story.
Come
but,
on, girl, get that clump of herpes out of there.
But
Quit! I've been biting it all night.
someone told me that story as if it were true, and I feel like you can find stories like that in a lot of places where
Yeah.
people will be like, "Oh, I knew this guy who did this thing." My friend Mark Mole, he was in a car explosion.
Yeah,
How many people know a guy who's been in a car?
isn't that? But were we all there? Did we just pass out? I know I heard that. I know I was there.
Me and you were there because
It was me and you. And we
It
told
was that dude that was named Matt that had lips that were like.
Yeah, I think you guys just told me about it.
It
It became an
worked
inside.
Matt fucking what's his
But it
face?
became-
He had like 2 kids in 8th grade, like for real. Remember
became
that?
greater than
He's like, I can't make it to 8th grade football practice. My baby's
my kids.
getting out of
It's
kindergarten.
like, no matter where you saw him, he was like in a wife beater, and it was like against dress code. He's in a wife beater and like history.
And he
class.
kept getting
Yeah,
in trouble.
like-
They were like, Matt, quit wearing wife beaters. He's getting dress code. He's like, I don't give a fuck, my baby girl. I got a baby girl. I get to wear wife beaters.
But
Remember
at the same
that?
time, it's like
What was his name? Matt?
you're sending a fucking you sending a blue collar man through fucking middle school.
What was his name?
Surprised
Matt?
he didn't like bring a beer to class.
But he literally-
Matt Woods? Matt? It's on the tip of my
It's
fucking
not
tongue.
Woods. It's not.
We don't need to
It's not a. constant.
Matt Eastet.
No.
Brandon Estep.
Noah!
He looked
Shout out to B-Step.
He looked like he was.
I had a good time seeing them at the bar that
I
one.
can't
Alright,
think of his
let's
name.
not focus on
Black
people we
people
know
that are born white.
too close to us.
Jacksons.
Black people that are born white.
Yeah, what's that condition called? When it's a black person born white.
Hematosis. I have no
Correction of
You all
skin
know what
color.
this is. Like super white people. The dude that plays king basketball.
What
Oh,
are
you mean
you
that sort
talking
of like disease? It's like a disease.
Like
Black
what
people
a-
that are born white?
Like
Are
for
you-
bears.
or opposite?
Are you talking about light skin?
No.
You talking about Michael
Are you
Jackson?
talking about Drake?
None of us. I know what you. I can't think of what the word is.
What are you saying?
Well, black people are just born white, so they have like violet colored eyes and bleach.
Albino.
Albino. That's the word I could think of. That's like
Yeah.
he looked like an albino kid almost.
Oh,
Yeah, Matt fucking
He was like
Woods.
albino.
Jesus Christ. Look at these
Matt.
albino people.
It was Matthew Woods.
There he is. Just put a. Oh gee,
She's so beautiful.
put a wife beater on her, and that's Matt.
Oh my god.
That kid is gonna be a model.
But he literally looked like
Have
he
you
was
seen
albino, but he was tan though.
His
And he had like features.
Look
of
at this guy.
African American.
name was Matt.
Yes, it
Matthew.
was Matt.
Matthew Woods. Something close to Woods.
I have to say, what a
I
tough
thought it
life
was
it would
like-
be being a fucking albino.
No, have you
black
not
guy.
seen what fucking models look like these days? Look up
I'm pretty
modern day supermodel. Just Google that.
You mean my name?
They all
Or
look like
just supermodel or model?
just modern. Type in modern supermodel
Someone
All right,
like
I'll do it.
and just look at how fucking weird. It's like the weirder you look, the more supermodel you are.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Like look, like that's not even it. Like that girl.
Supermodel.
All these girls
This
are trying.
girl
Get
is
this shit out of my.
insanely famous. She's like one
and
of
she's
the
not
most.
even that
Yeah,
pretty.
it's Candid Cara.
Everyone knows.
No matter what you think,
Cara.
she is super attractive. Stop it. What's her name? There's that one
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Here, look. All right, well, let me type this in. Type in supermodel with skin disease. All right, click it. What? This is not what I want. These are all really attractive people. Click.
Boobies.
All right, click this.
Who I think it is.
Supermodel with skin disease. That way, like, it's a thing. Skin. Like, this chick, like, she is the. This is real. She really looks like this. She's half bino.
Like that.
Yeah,
No,
like,
it's not half bino.
like
This is
Matthew Wood.
This is a skin condition.
His name is not Wood.
This is what started happening to Michael Jackson.
Right, and then it took over, and he became right again. Do you want to
Honestly, this is kind of cool looking. She looks like she's in some crazy makeup.
do? You think it's time that we do the phone call we were going to make?
Her titties are split
Yeah.
apart.
All right, I just.
Well, wait a minute. Explain the story.
Which story?
Why is the dude?
Okay,
why is
so the
Shirley
whole
from Lost
point-
in that?
Oh
The
yeah.
whole point of what we're doing here is we were at dinner an hour or two ago,
A
right?
couple hours ago. 'Cause It's been an hour long.
And
podcast.
And I said my
at
nana.
the hour mark, we have to go ooh ooh and chug our
we
beer.
have to shotgun these bottles.
No,
I said my
So-
mom's mom, my nana, my grandma.
Avery was telling me a story about.
You said my name.
No, we can say our names.
That's the
It's
joke.
not about being.
Can we say our names, David?
Joshua
Josh.
David.
Joshua David.
My address is 150. No, I'm just kidding.
What's your license?
Our names will be in the description. Okay. Anyways,
All right.
I'm gonna go by Zachy Z.
All right.
Z Dog.
So
The
what was
beardo.
what happened was, we were at dinner and Avery was telling me that his grandma has a tick. Like you would expect someone. It's like, oh,
It's not a tick. It's
yeah,
just
that's what you
no.
said.
That she
That's
does
kind
it.
of what you describe it as.
He said
Whatever.
she's got
She
this-
does it intentionally.
She's got this tick, right? And I was like, I wonder what this tick's
My
like.
73-year-old grandma. She
And-
shows her breasts at Liberty
But
all the
okay.
time. And it's embarrassing because she's like, she doesn't wear bra, so you can already see her nipples
Me
all
and
the
Zach are
time.
like, this is not true, right?
I'm turned on by the whole conversation.
Well, we were hoping he'd have photos or something. And
So-
he goes to his phone. Go ahead.
It's as simple as this. My grandma shows her breasts
For free.
all the time. She flashes people,
It's
and they
hard
didn't
to
believe me.
believe. It's
So
hard
we're
to
gonna do
believe,
this.
right?
We're gonna do
That
this.
Someone's grandma is popping their titties out at will.
All right, here it goes.
Hello.
Hey, say what you said. What does Nana do that embarrasses us again? Say it exactly the way you said it earlier.
I said she shows her titties.
That's right. She shows her titties. All right. Bye.
Okay, so that was Avery's mom, and
What's her name? Where was she?
Yolanda.
she was
Social
born in
Security
Atlanta.
number.
No,
She's
but,
albino.
But
She lit the internet.
Avery's
on fire.
mom confirmed
Yolanda
it.
Schmitz.
This old lady, pardon, she's her grandma. She's wonderful. I know her, and I've known her forever. I remember she used to crack me up because growing up she would call money bread and butter instead of money, and I said she was always. One time she told me that
Butter.
not to drink
Yeah,
beer.
but
Not to drink beer because we'll end up as stupid as her one day. She said that to us one time. She said, you don't want all your brain cells to die like mine. That's what she said. And I was like, that's some good advice.
Here's
Ultimately, like,
obviously,
ultimately what she's trying to warn you is while your mind is still developing, don't do drugs and alcohol. Wait until you're older. In a weird way, that's what she was saying.
well. Here's what she said to me the other day.
But she shows her titties to people, like her own family.
Alcohol.
It
How does
doesn't
it-
matter. I've
a
been
good
really
thing, though.
drunk. I've never once shown my titties to anyone.
No, I'm proud that she does it.
Describe her.
You're
titties
proud
to
that
us.
your grandma.
No, okay. You got two options. You've got the we're going to grandma's house. Don't say anything bad. Don't say.
Don't look
I
at
go to
the
my
tits.
nana's house and I say, "What the fuck, Nana?" And she's like, "You won't see my tit." No, she
Well, it's
doesn't do that
fine, but like,
No.
why is she showing her titties? We
Yeah,
need to
but-
get to the
because
bottom.
they look good. Still, is her whole point.
Did they?
She'll say, "Look how good they
And
look."
look,
Well, do they?
but
Zach, I
Okay,
can't say it, but you know
your
they do.
grandma.
Avery wins
I
that
can't.
meeting.
I can't come out and say it because I've not drank enough BPAs, but you know they do, girl.
Shows her titties because they still look good.
So when's the next time I can come over?
All right. So the other
Why are
day,
you telling me that you don't have a photo of these?
So you guys want to do a podcast with a camera?
We doing this?
Can we go?
This thing's gonna end up on the deep web if we
Honestly-
keep talking like this.
Honestly, though, we should have your grandma as a guest one day.
Yeah, but the fact
And have her talk, and then she'll show her titties to the camera.
She said to me
the camera by
the other day. She comes up to me and she was at my house. I
can't believe how you're just like, all right, let's move on from.
No, I'm not moving on. It's still her.
She puts her titties up on the front door's glass.
She had bought some. I had bought some beer. I had Coronas in my basement, right? Coronas.
Can I have a Corona?
And my dad sleeps downstairs in the basement, and the fridge was downstairs with my Coronas. And she comes upstairs and she goes, "You won't hear a secret. I drank 4 of your dad's Coronas." I said, "God damn it, Nana, those were my Coronas." Yeah, she does that all the time. She takes shit from the house. She's like, "This pan, your mom ain't using this pan, is she?" I'm like, "I don't think so." She's like, "I'm taking it." Mom's like, "Where's my pan I was using?" Let's go.
I gave it to my tit showing Nana. That's so fucking funny.
I feel bad because they deserve to be seen. The world deserves to see them.
Does she show them to like strangers too, or just family?
Just walking
I
down
mean,
State Street.
do you consider everyone on State Street a stranger? Because if so, yeah, she shows them.
At the same time, if I had the choice between having a boring old grandma like I have,
That's what I was gonna say.
love you, grandma.
Is she gonna listen in on this?
But I have to actually. I have two grandparents. One of them is still cool and drinks all day.
The other's dead.
The other, no, I still have two. So the other is like,
You have two
I mean,
grandparents
is
or
like the
two
old, like
sets of
stereotypical
grandparents?
bakes all the time grandma.
Right.
So I got two.
I don't have one of
Those
those.
two. Who do I want to party with? The drinking one. And
Party
if
with
she
my grandma,
drank a lot and
yeah.
showed her titties every now and again, I'd be like, "Oh, that's old grandma," so I can see it.
Do you remember the time?
It just sounds so crazy.
Well, no, it's remember when my 18th birthday, Nana came in the room with a bag of sugar, and she's like, "Nah, you and your friends don't do this all at once." And it was sugar, but she's like, "It's cocaine."
I do remember that.
You remember that?
She was always talking about drugs and stuff.
She loves
That's
drugs.
like my girlfriend's grandma, who lives in town. She comes to the family gatherings.
We love drugs here.
No, she's great, but one time she told Alyssa that she didn't like weed because Alyssa told her, someone found out that she did weed because she got in trouble.
Does she do weed?
She does weed, that's what I was going to say.
No,
Doing some weed tonight?
When we were dating and we were still in high school, like, you got caught for that, right? People don't know that.
You
But
guys know Alyssa does
Remind me
weed?
of something. Go ahead. You got caught.
I got
you
caught
told me
for
about that.
weed
You
multiple
were
times in my life,
sitting in a
listeners.
neighborhood in your car, and the cops pulled up.
yeah, I was sitting in this
told
like
me.
fucking cul-de-sac thing, and the
Yeah.
cop pulled up and he arrested us. And it was
Said, "Are
horrible
you
because we were in
doing weed?"
fucking high school and we were dating and we just wanted to have sex and do weed. You know, do the stuff. You know, really just get.
Are
in there
you
and-
kids doing weed?
I wanted to-
Get out of there!
I smoke weed and I'm still saying it like an idiot.
Did you say, am I detained off?
Wait, you don't smoke weed. You do weed, bruh.
I'm smoking it now.
Let
But-
me get some of that.
Anyways,
Blow that weed in my beer,
Anyways,
bro.
Put it in the microphone, get the,
the
audience
moral of the
high.
story is that her grandma was like, I never really liked weed much. I was always more into speed. And it was just like, oh shit, grandma, I guess I'll do speed too.
I don't know at what liberty we are to talk about this stuff. My papa's like, I love weed and I need to start smoking weed again.
Well, see, my grandpa's a preacher.
My-
He doesn't talk about drugs or anything like that, but he talks about, he's like, yeah, me and my friend Jonathan, when we were 18, we pulled up to some old shipping company's thing. He's like, we found a
Started kissing.
couple different pallets full of medical gear, and we just stole it and gave it up to our friends. And I'm like, what? What are you doing with medical gear?
That's why we came
He's like, I
faster.
just
All
found
those
these,
people
like-
died.
He's like, yeah, we got all those people
They were
the
just
heroin.
Hey, you remind
Oh,
me
it
of
was
something.
like needles
No,
and
it's
stuff.
like, it's just like he talks about how when he was like 18, he drag raced at the dam with their headlights off around.
My
the
papa
curves.
did that. He killed somebody, I think.
Jesus, if he had Twitter today, he'd be like driving,
Yeah.
don't give a
Oh, but they used
fuck.
to drag race around blind corners with their headlights off in both lanes towards head-on traffic. And then he used to go down to the train station at night and steal as much stuff as he could steal.
That's
I
why
have
I
to
became a
preacher.
preacher, to wish the souls of
have
those
to
he
say,
killed
though,
drag
like,
racing
how
into
many
heaven.
of his friends do you think died doing shit like that?
All of them.
Probably some.
All of
Probably
them.
at least one.
Some
That's a
say
part
even
growing
Zach's
up, brother.
grandpa died that
yeah,
day.
I have to say, like, in today's age, we have the liberty of what, like, being able
Just
to
have so much knowledge about
but,
everything. All the
yeah, but
dangerous
it's not a
stuff.
good thing. Like, when someone drives drunk and tweets about it right before they die, they're like, drifting corners, don't give a fuck. I know about that, and it's something like someone has done that.
You
Your
see that
grandpa's
guy's
like-
last words.
It's a good
If
thing
your
he died
grandpa's
for
driving
weed,
around with his headlights off on a windy road, drifting fast, that's terrifying. Like that
So
is
Zach came to be.
basically the equivalent of
It's a death wish.
today's
Almost.
exactly. If your grandpa had Twitter, he'd be fucking DMing people and shit.
Don't let me forget this. You reminded me when you said do weed.
That's how he met my grandma. He DM'd her.
There's a commercial. And have you heard? You might have heard it. It's on the radio around here. And the guy, he sells Kias on Volunteer Parkway, and his name's
Now they know
T.C.
where
Baker.
we're from, my God.
And the guy, and in the commercial, he says, and I quote, he says, "Are you worried about your credit? Don't." Are you worried about your credit? Don't. Instead of don't be, it should be, are you worried about your credit? Don't be. He just, are you worried about your credit? Don't.
Do not.
That doesn't make sense. Are you? Oh my God.
What is it?
How
That's buns.
That's
the kitten. Wait, that's the kitten?
That's the young.
That's the like 1-year-old.
That
They're getting really cold now.
Fucking cat that
We got-
what is my small cat?
That's the
Okay,
kitten.
That makes
guys,
me feel
I just
so
wanted to
weird.
say.
It is the kitten, isn't it?
I just wanted to say.
No, it's T.C. Baker.
You guys know anything about the
Are you worried about your credit? No.
For some reason, the idea of just like
Your cat's grown up. I'm so freaked out by the age of your cat.
cat's getting old.
Yeah, but
Cats
look-
getting old.
That's not
All right,
it looks like a grown cat.
Are you worried about your credits? Don't
I
be.
can't find TC Baker. I mean, like
Just type in.
Wallace Kia Bristol. It's his fucking Kia, right?
You just put Kia Bristol. Put Wallace Kia Bristol, Tennessee. Type
This is
in
their
Wallace.
YouTube channel, though.
Oh, it is.
The weirdest.
Look at this.
Hello, it's TC here.
There he is.
52 views.
I think your cat's like.
Bristol River shot the right way on the parkway. I'm standing here in front of a 2015 Inferno.
Oh, really? This dude's like 16.
So, the flame is...
Well, this is terrible. I have to say, this is one of those things that's like
This is
to watch this whole video would be pretty bad.
This is like the exact stereotype of a local
I just
advertisement.
really want to
Oh my
hear him
God.
say, yeah, quite literally, this is as bad as it gets.
Let me see if I can find this.
I can almost promise you can't.
Watch, because it's not YouTube.
Avery, this is a great view. Look at this view I'm getting, Josh. Oh,
Where's the way?
No, but I'm just really freaked out that your cat was
One
so
16
grown.
seconds.
I'm so used to seeing as a kid.
Our off-roads are on sale at Wallace Kia of Bristol. Got the 2016 all-wheel drive Kia Sportage for just $199 per month. Or get the 2016 all-wheel drive Sorento just
Because
$249
it's
per month.
TC Baker,
Right on
baby.
Parkway, Wallace Kia of
Or is it
Bristol,
Kate?
Wallace
What's
Kia
his
of
name?
Bristol.
TC Baker.
I just
right?
really want to hear him
I'm
say,
J.C. Baker. Are
you worried about your credit?
No. Where is it? I gotta find it. Wallace Kia of Bristol, June 2012.
That's old.
God, you can find all my dad's commercials. 2017. Are you worried about your credit? Come on now. Come on, don't be worried about them credits. It's got to be short, right? Come on, go sell it. Come on, come on. Get your credit out of here.
We'll have to find it some other time or
Come on, are
something.
you worried about them credit?
The next podcast. will
I
be
guess
all
it's
about
not.
it.
It's not going to come up.
It's hard to find because he literally makes a YouTube video for every single car this motherfucker.
This car has got 4 wheels and don't.
This whole conversation.
Don't.
Like and subscribe.
This whole conversation
Come on, Kia,
is
man.
a perfect segue to our next segment where I give credit advice.
Where
Because
credit's
I'm an
due.
accounting major and I can help you with your
Exactly.
budget.
I have a 15,000 year no.
15,000, yeah.
15
276% interest loan. And
What should I do with it? Should I invest?
somehow it.
Should I put it all on black?
Well, here's my advice.
All right,
Marcus.
you got a riddle. I got a riddle.
I don't know if we should do riddles. But
Are you worried about your credit? Don't.
Are
Don't
you
be worried.
about
Answer
your
A.
credit?
Answer A. Do you worry about your credit? Or answer B. Don't. You don't worried. That's the answer. All right. So,
Blow that into my mouth.
Zach, you reminded me. I was gonna.
I'm gonna smoke
I
you.
was gonna.
What? You
can't
want to
smoke.
smoke?
I was
weed?
gonna
That's
pound that
You've
ass.
been having BPAs?
Look at that cat. It looks
Can
like he
only become
died.
gay so
Buns.
much.
It freaks me out that your cat's grown now. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
looks like a real
I
dude.
mean, it's because like I watched life grow just now.
Yeah, it became from. It went from a kitten to a
It
dinosaur.
made me realize that I'm gonna die.
No, they say that you actually see yourself when you die. Your life flashes before your cat's eyes, and it gets all scared.
No, what do you think
Kill
about owning
itself.
pets though? Like, you think it's like
Fun.
because you would
It's
think
all fun and dandy.
you would think it'd be wrong, right? I mean, I do. I think it's wrong to own like a wild animal
Yeah,
person.
but that cat doesn't
Describe
give a fuck.
wild
But
animal.
when we breed into something, like, is it any better? Is it the same sort of situation?
No,
Like,
a
does this
dog
motherfucker
loves to be
really
a dog.
want to just slaughter
Lay
for
out
fun.
No, I'm a good example. Dogs would never not want to be fucking your house pet. They will sit in a subway station when their owner dies until their owner gets back from the subway. Whatever.
That's so
that
crazy,
one
though.
dog.
It's like, how can we have created that?
We didn't. Here's how it started. You had campfires back in the
Thousands of
day.
years,
You threw fucking bones from your food, and the dogs that had just enough knot of the hormone that made them scared of humans, like, I'm gonna go get that
I'm
bone.
surprised you actually know that it was actually bones that they threw.
It was
out.
bones. They threw
I'm
bones.
so surprised that this guy.
And the dogs were like, oh, I like. Well, the wolves.
I was
The
reading
wolves
about it this morning.
said, "Oh, I like enough of the chemical that makes me scared of humans, and I'm going to go get that bone." And eventually, the more of those dogs that came around, whatever dogs happen, bones turned into dogs.
What they did is they threw bones and then they turned
When
into
a dog
dogs.
shoots
And that's
on
where the
a
expression
bone,
"throw me a
dog.
bone" came from. A dog said it.
A wolf.
No,
chews
but
on a
I just
bone.
think it's
Dog.
weird. Like, when you think about owning an animal, you sort of like... There's a weird responsibility to it.
You want to fuck it?
And you kind of want to, like, sometimes
But
when
it's
you
a
look
goat,
at it...
yes, brother. I sure do.
One thing I have to say about that is sometimes I look in my pet's eyes and I'm like,
I'm gonna
are you
fuck
gonna
it.
fucking murder me? No, I honestly look sometimes...
If your cat was like,
How does
this
it
high the
sleep
size
with
of
its
a
head
kid-
up? That's goddamn creepy. Buns.
Like, when we used to have a dog...
It's freaking me out. Kill it.
I'm sorry. Avery said buns in your cat.
And it went. Watch it. Buzz.
It's just slow. He's like... He got his eyes closed.
He's
a
like
fucking-
Neo. He can see with his
Yeah,
eyes.
exactly. You should blindfold him and he'd be like, yes.
Yes, senor.
You want to
I don't know
drink?
why that freaks me out so much. Like the last time I was here, it was a kitten, and now it's a full pound, 15-pound cat.
I'm gonna go pick him up. Hopefully,
He's-
Lex.
I have a beautiful cat. I'll post a picture online. You know what? We'll make him the thumbnail.
He should be a thumbnail on every video.
Puss that pussy, baby.
All right, so what are we gonna name this?
We can call it the Pussy Podcast.
Pussy Poppers Podcast.
All right, well, here's the
Let's call it the
thing.
Wolf Pack. Let's get the Wolf Pack on line one.
I'll never forget when the Wolfpack was the best thing that ever
I
happened
like the
in high
day. I
school.
still love the story that Skaggs is like. It's
Um,
like go ahead.
Yes. Yes, YouTube. All right, do you remember what Skaggs did when he punched that fucker in the face? It's like
What's a nickname?
date
Slank's a nickname.
cucumber wrap.
What?
Cucumber wrap.
Or as they call it in Jamaica, cucumba.
Or
Cucumba. Vitamins, minerals, very high number. Silica, hair and nails get longer. Other vitamins make your bones them stronger. Anti-wrinkle make you look younger. 95% water. Kidney cleanser, great hydrator. Detox.
This is my favorite song right now. I can't
Your
stop.
body good things, don't be a traitor. Get the cucumber, cut it in a slice. Put it in a jug of water overnight. You know what you get for a fraction of the price? Energy drink full of electrolyte. Raw meat salad is one of the use as a base for your vegetable juice. Another surprise, put a slice on your eyes. Take away the dryness, revitalize. Oh
Is he
yes.
Jamaican, right?
One thing I have
Jamaican.
Cucumber can also help with bad breath. Wash away the bacteria that cause the odor. Cucumber water instead of soda. A macabea medical money. Cucumber.
Just
Think about this.
Think about how crazy their
I love
dialect
that
is
guy.
compared to all of our dialects.
Well, I mean, think about
Like
this.
a British accent compared to an American accent makes sense, but where the hell does it?
Well, no,
Honestly,
but
British
does it?
is so different, though. It's
Here's the
so-
cool thing.
Have you ever seen this video of this, like,
I don't know,
kid
in my
from,
mind, it makes sense to how it like progressed into the way it does.
Scottish kid?
I just understand linguistics more than you.
Have you ever seen a video of someone that speaks the same language as you that you listen to this?
But you can't
Tell me,
understand them.
tell me what these motherfuckers are saying to each other. This is so
I
bad.
close my eyes if there's subtitles.
Ready?
When I slept somebody else, I tell you what
But it's there,
and you know
But
what?
did I do it apart from that, did I?
Yeah.
You did. What, but so good now you're going to say when you finally get the boys to admit it, you're going to
This
say
is
back
English.
to lasses.
This is
It's clear not up. Keep it different your daughter will say when she's I do it honestly, and do you know what? What's the point? And you're going to hit me on your next
And do you know what? What's the point?
When you're known the Terry, when you're a wee bubbling and green, you're going to put bubbling green on your knees and going to put.
And he's understanding her.
What did I?
Man, I think I'm
All right, no,
I think the joke that guy's joking. Like, what the fuck are they saying?
no. Think about this.
And that's why people are laughing, though. Like,
All right.
They speak
First
our
off, you
language.
got to understand this. English was invented by the English. It's strange.
Keenan, brother.
It's strange that you're speaking a language that was invented on an island
By
a couple
different country.
thousand miles away. can't understand you.
The English started out by the Anglo-Saxons back in 1836. How old is English?
It's like
what century did English first pop up?
English, as we know it, is it's about
even Old English.
English we know. Old English is about 1,000.
It's pretty old, yeah.
400 years ago, something like that.
So 14. That's still pretty young for Old English.
All right.
I'm gonna get that's like 10% of human.
Here, let's find the exact number. You had English was German, basically, spoken by the Angles.
The Frank Reich.
Siri can't understand Scottish folk. That sounds like a funny video, actually.
So what about?
I'm trying to find this video I've seen before, but I can't find it.
But I mean, if you think about it, and a Southern guy goes, "I done took my
Oh, here
car."
we go. This is it.
It's like when we say, "I don't know."
This this one's good because you can. Wow, this has no views. You can actually understand a very small portion of it, so I think this one's pretty interesting.
Glasgow's got a lot of nerds, a lot of different cultures and all that. Different places that people come from and they'll start trying to fit each other.
Glasgow's got a lot of Neds, a lot of different cultures in it.
Just wait though, you can hear a lot of it.
I was in a gang for about a year, 2 years. I was actually putting a lot of fights when I was jumping a bit like that.
I can understand everything, man.
Just wait.
Like bastard and about 12 bucks round in the corner and started battling. People in Glasgow
Like what?
had
He
lot
just-
backs and kitchen knives and that, and meat cleavers.
Big cleavers.
Different weapons. My pals was fighting in McDonald's.
It sounds like he said my father worships Satan and McDonald's.
Alright, go to here. Click here, let me show you something.
And 2 hours after my pal battled the guy, he came round with...
He bottled the gay.
And we got chased with a shotgun. And my pals actually caught me one of the guys and he's like, "Where's your pal?" And he had a gun to his head.
Gun to his head?
You can hear it barely,
I know.
but you have to try so fucking hard.
So type in something. Well,
Go
first
ahead.
off, let me show you, type in Scottish Gaelic and listen to where the reason their accent is what it is.
Be Gaelic, bro?
This is where their accent came from.
Well, can you please
So type in Ian speaking Scottish Gaelic.
Ian?
Yeah, you just type in that because he's actually speaking the language.
Should I just click
it, yeah. So that's their language originally.
It kind of sounds like English a little. Like the cadence of it.
Yeah, of course, because they speak English.
Yeah.
I've got a headache? I'm kidding. Now type in Welsh Gaelic. And
Is it going to be like...
I feel like we'd get more views with the camera. People want to see who's talking.
BBC Cymru ac yma yn y brifddinas yn Caerdydd dwi'n byw ac yn gweithio. Ond mae'r daith yn cychwyn nôl yn 1942 yna pryd ces i'n geni.
Okay, so this is what's
Doesn't
cool.
really sound anything.
What is he
So the
talking about
UK...
before
Shetlandic.
My name is Christine De Luca.
She's from
That's my
Shetland.
married name. And my real name
They sound like Norwegian is what Shetland is.
I was
Language
born
is
in
like.
Odessa in Shetland.
Shetland, I shit all over myself.
Anyway, that had a fundamental effect on me. Being
I love her accent. I would listen to that lady fucking talk all day. Listen to that.
Show their titties.
Do you want to be with that lady?
If that was my grandma and she showed her titties, I'd be all over them titties, man.
So English came from Normandy, not Normandy. Fuck, Norway. English came from Norway.
Well, we stormed the beach.
William
and
the
learned a new
Conqueror.
language.
Everyone done with their beer. It's been time. We've only had 3 beers on cast. That's not enough. Remember you said you were going to drink 6 beers in an hour?
English came from
time,
You drank 3 beers in almost 2 hours.
I'm trying, brother.
English came from Normandy.
I'm in Norway.
Should we open 2 beers at the same time?
What would that really defeat?
3, 2, 1.
You got to drink
Vai.
fast. You have to do it.
Abra a cerveja.
You know
Fuck.
who's a slow drinker?
Me.
My girlfriend. She's a terribly slow drinker.
Okay.
And what I find myself doing is drinking the entire 6-pack before she's on her second or third beer.
Yeah, but did she beat?
Oh, you just clanked your teeth.
Did she beat 2?
Here, cheers, y'all.
I don't have.
Or wait.
I didn't open my drink.
Don't touch it. Let's listen to this lady talk more. This is great.
Here her speak Shetlandic.
my drink.
I
thought this must be Shetland.
No, there's a language.
Poet, and his poem was about
I
bird, the snipe, and the Icelandic word for funding that flows from
Oh, these
the
not
sea.
twist caps.
We have
Right there is.
maybe I should just listen to the pretty poem. It doesn't totally dialect.
Go before 6:30. She was speaking it. Go to 6:24.
No say good as, and I hope I can maybe help them feel good about their mother tongue.
I think it's just her accent.
Shetlandic is a language for sure.
Shetlandic is a dialect.
Does this make sense?
I promise you, Shetland is a language similar to Norwegian.
It's got to be a dialect.
She's not
No. Type in Shetlandic language.
Do you guys understand when I say she's not like ugly, but she's
I'd totally bang this old lady, dude.
Beautiful.
What are you talking about?
It's
Shetland accent.
Literally.
Shetland dialect.
Type
it is a dialect.
It's like she's pretty for her age.
Psalm and Shetlandic.
Psalm 23.
Right there.
The shepherd's blessings.
It's like Norwegian.
It is the same.
But it's English, not. Though. No, look at. Just listen to it.
But this is how. If you see here, have you ever been to Scottish people Twitter?
So that's yes.
I know, but what I'm saying.
Just have you seen this? Yes or no?
No.
Okay, you're gonna love this.
But
you're gonna love this a lot.
Isn't
actually.
it Irish Twitter?
No, it's Scottish people Twitter.
A wee bit of genuine worry goes well with a stuffed crust.
Just wait. Some of them you're like, wait.
I'm from
what?
Scotland. I've got a great goat of water in me.
Wait, what?
Oh, well, this is like serious. A political one. This one's serious. My water broke. This one sounds funny. Just found text. Jack, my waters just went. I ain't even fucking kidding. What the fuck? Oh my god, what you gonna do? Jack, I'm calling me. Granny has gone out. That's how they spell mom. I'm to call the hospital. This is panic.
This is a panic.
Chill the fuck out.
Chill out, fucking out.
My water's fucking burst. How am I gonna chill out? Because I'm sure it'll be fine.
Fine, if I'm going into labour, it ain't bloody fine.
It's funny. But you see what I'm saying? Like, this is a bad example. Some of them are really very much...
it's Irish Twitter.
Lasses on about needing a Mr. Grey in their life, and half of them don't even like a finger up the bum.
Exactly, see, like that.
I know, but look at this. This is a... Alright, listen to the song.
But you should see the way they spell what. They spell what, W-O-T.
I know,
they
but that's
spell
different.
in it.
You want me?
Like, isn't it? I. Yeah, but they spell things differently. Sometimes it's so that me and Alyssa were looking at the tops. I wish I could show you a good example.
I promise you that Shetland...
some of me were like...
The Shetland language is close to Norwegian.
Have you ever seen one where... I forget that... It's like the thing...
And leave one. This is how they spell one. That's one. The number one. Wan.
Fuck's sake, go throw a 4-pack of hedgehogs and leave one in it.
Some of these posts are fucking so funny.
Can't be dealing with waiters that ask how your meal is as you're scoffing your glob full of food. It's in your name, fucking waiter. Wait a minute.
Exactly. That's pretty tough. You have to admit.
Right. Well, click this.
Like, your meal is as you're scoffing your...
How your meal is as you're scoffing your glob full of food.
That doesn't sound very English, though. You see
when
what I'm
a
saying?
bird becomes ready, it's all the talk about.
Is te. Went te.
Wait to make toast and act. Alright, click it. I want to hear the song.
Proper fucks me off when cashiers look at my money as if it's fake.
Proper fucks me off means it really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Proper fucks me off.
What are we gonna
you
say?
can understand every word.
Alright, let's do it.
Listen.
The Lord is aye with me, I want for nothing. I set me down upon the bank, or dander.
This is exactly,
This
the
is
Lord is with me, I want for nothing, he sent me to the bank. I can totally understand, to the water's
No,
edge.
what I'm saying is, he sent me down up at a bank is a different form of speaking.
Up at a bank.
It's
It's not
or
that
dandered
much
be
different.
the water's edge, and his pace takes over.
It's almost like, it's not, it even could be, he
okay,
sent
what
me
is this
down,
last? Tell me what these last two sentences
he could be, he thinks rich.
You know what's crazy? Is these little...
I have to hear him pronounce it. But
Say it.
when he pronounces it, I'll be able to hear it.
Go ahead.
Be the water's edge, and his piss takes over.
And is pissed. He pissed. The Lord pissed on him, dude.
All right, listen.
All right.
He makes things right within me, and
He makes things right within me.
Okay.
shows me the way ahead.
And shows me the way ahead. It's easy. It's English. It's English with a horrible accent.
I was truly under the impression, and I swear to God, that there's a Shetland dialect that is similar to Norwegian
I'm not
language.
sure. Let's try Norwegian.
Norwegian.
No, Norwegian is
the fact that
Norwegian.
you've
You won't
very
understand a
different.
word.
I
You
like
can
it,
see
though.
the text right there. If you hadn't read
Lord
the
of
text,
Gawain.
it would be different.
Yeah, with it shows me the way ahead from
Basic.
Consciousness.
Hi, this is straight out of the shower lesson.
Okay, I didn't want to bone
Yeah,
her.
this girl's cool.
Is she pretty, or are we just too many beers in?
Okay, so I've had
Is
one
he pretty?
This dude is way too hot to be teaching me this.
North Germanic languages. So
Okay, what are we doing? We're talking about the most boring shit ever.
Anyways, you know what's
recommend.
crazy is that these black dots right here are the way that I see you.
What?
My pupil is the way that I see this whole world.
Oh, just like through that small.
That black dot is
yeah.
what makes me see everything that I see. That's kind of
Doesn't it blow your mind ever that your retinas are set up to see things upside down and your mind just corrects it for you?
I see everything.
Have you seen
upside
that?
Down still.
Have you seen that though?
Mine doesn't correct it, dude.
Like your retina is like this, and it shoots like it receives light.
So it's like a mirror
down.
that shows stuff upside down.
Exactly, and it sort of mirrors it to your brain in the correct way. But it's like when I first heard that, I was like, does that mean that everything is upside down and I'm just perceiving it not? But it like fucks with you when you think about that. You're like, wait, what?
Idea of vision.
I'm seeing light upside down.
The whole idea of vision to me, compared to everything else in the human body, throws me off. Like eating, digesting, the way our muscles
Vision's
and all that
pretty
work,
incredible.
all makes sense to me. But the way our eyes receive light and see everything is just like.
I
what?
still think it's fucking interesting that turkeys can see so goddamn well.
Or
those
how
little fucking
hawks can
fuckers
see like 20 miles away. They can see.
Hawks
like a
can see
mouse.
20 miles, but yeah, exactly, right?
It's like, what?
how
But
is
their,
that
like,
possible?
peripheral vision or
we don't
something
even
so
have
bad.
technology that can do that. That's cheap. Like we don't have cheap binoculars
It's
that can
something
see
that
as
it's like
well.
there's a huge trade-off that like parts of their vision are so
you don't
bad.
think as turkeys as like animals that can do that? Turkeys can see better than binoculars.
That's why they drown looking up.
Turkeys can see like
Isn't that part of
a
it, though?
fucking soft dick from like 50 yards.
Well, if it's mine, they of
That's
course.
not even 50 yards. Isn't even that long. You know,
I'll see that.
they can see a soft dick from like 2 miles. I'm not even kidding. They can like hunting turkey should be difficult, but they're so stupid.
Isn't
that
it
it's
something
not.
about their vision? Isn't that why they die? Like some of them die looking up and drown in the rain.
I don't know. Let me look that up.
Your cat moved. I didn't realize that.
Turkey drowning
In rain.
in rain.
That should be a song by CC.
Turkey drowning in. There's a fucking video of it.
Well, I don't watch a video of this.
It's a dog.
Avery, is that not a turkey? Josh thinks that's a dog.
This is a dog.
The turkey is huge as fuck.
Turkey drowning. Turkey, wild turkey in the rain. Jesus.
We're trying to talk about the idea of vision because I told him how weird it is that like this right here.
Do turkeys
is
really
how
drown
all
in
of
the
us see
rain?
the world?
Will a
Right.
turkey? Let's look at
Isn't that
animals.
insane, though?
This
Like,
is
this 1.5-inch piece of soft tissue is how we see the world.
Think about this.
a
The
monocular
image in
vision.
your head is not... Your idea of looking through eyes is like a binocular, right? But that's not how it is. It's not like you're looking from your brain through your eyeballs at that painting. It's more like your eyes are... Your brain is inside your head.
Your eyes are just
it's
literally
taking all
just
this light
like-
and it's translating it into your brain.
That's what we're talking about. The upside downness.
Right,
of
so you
it.
could see shit without your eyeballs. You could see with your ears if you had the proper translating technology within your
That's
brain.
not entirely true.
It is.
That's not entirely
But it
true.
would be like an
Yes, it
idea.
is.
I mean, that's like saying if humans were completely different, they could see with their ears.
They could, yes.
But
Sight does not
but
have
they-
anything to do with
you
light.
made it sound like a blind guy literally could see with his ears.
No,
Like,
if
you
the
try hard
species,
enough.
Daredevil, when he hears sound in an image,
Daredevil's a
appears.
cool idea. It's not really possible.
It is absolutely
It's possible if
Dogs
you're
do
a-
it with smell.
It's possible if you're a different animal, though. It's not
Right, of
possible
course.
for a human.
Right,
Well,
That's
have you
what I'm
played
saying. What I'm saying
GTA
is
5 single player?
there's-
It shows
Like if it
you
was
how a
possible
dog
to like
smells,
see with
like-
your ears, that'd be fucking sick.
No, right, but humans' ideas like smell is
like-
smell, hearing is hearing,
Yeah,
sight
sonar.
is vision.
They literally create a picture in their mind.
hear shit,
Yeah.
and it gives them an image in their head. What you're seeing is in your brain. It's not like coming from your eyeballs. It's happening inside your brain.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's why you can have fucked up illusion shit that's not real.
Well, that's why people wonder if there's any reality whatsoever.
There's no God.
I mean, there's a good argument
I'm
for the
going
fact
home
that
and I'm going to kill myself.
there's a good argument for the fact that because that's the case, that literally nothing is real.
Right, which is true, which
And
is why
you could
God's a
logically
duck.
work that argument
Mallard.
out, and then you sit there saying, okay, well, Descartes convinced me that nothing is real, so where do I go from here? And then you have to say, nowhere, life's pointless, I guess I'm just going to fucking drink.
Well, there's that new
have a
Netflix.
podcast.
There's that new Netflix series or movie where they find out there's
No,
an
I think-
afterlife, and that they all kill themselves because they realize there's stuff after life.
Right, so let's go to hell.
So let's just kill ourselves.
Why don't you get there faster?
You
You know what?
Gene,
Christians-
me a dose Trequis.
One of my professors once told me that if heaven was real,
What do you mean if, bro? Fuck you.
then they would just kill themselves. But they
But
they
suicide-
realized that, so they threw into the formula. They just go, hey, since people would actually maybe think that and do that if we convince them enough, we'll say that it's a sin, so they don't. So it almost makes it seem more or less sort of contrived or whatever. I could see that.
All right, so check it out.
Yes?
God is dead.
Dude, are you Nietzsche, bro? Are you fucking Nietzsche?
All right, so I'm going to...
You know why Nietzsche said God was dead? He said God was dead because...
He really did die.
People aren't Christians anymore. That was his whole point, is that, like, most people are becoming science-oriented. They're becoming atheists.
They is all Buddha.
And he's like, whether it's in my lifetime or the next, we're going to get to a point where people have to find meaning in their lives and religion won't let them answer it.
No, we've had religion for
and
so
honestly,
long, though.
people are going through that crisis now. I think he's right. I think there's a group of people who don't believe in religion and are like in a crisis because their parents do, and their whole worldview.
Oh, never mind.
No, well, think about if your entire worldview was built around Christianity, and then you're like, this is BS. You know,
yeah,
most
I'm
people,
not going through a crisis.
No, most people can handle it.
Just let it out. You're going through a crisis.
Do you see what I'm saying, though? It creates an issue. And ultimately, like you're not going through a crisis of meaning necessarily, but you might be going, like, you might not necessarily know that your crisis is because, like, you are going through a crisis, whether you know it or not.
I'm not. All right, Captain Philosophy.
You're not.
Let me do my impression of God.
Hold
Ready?
on.
I'm not real.
No, but have you just seen that? That new study?
You're talking to me about stuff. How you feel anxiety, you feel depression sometimes, but
not with God.
It doesn't matter. That's not the point. Is that we don't have that as an answer. A lot of times when people felt sad and depressed, they would say it's all okay because God exists, and they really believe that. But that's not even an option for our generation. So his point is that we have to find something else. We have to find a different answer.
No, I see.
Or you can still find the answer, but his whole point is that most people will not believe it, and most people aren't Christians anymore.
No, I mean, there's a lot of Christians. Here's the point.
There's a lot, but not most people.
No, here's the point. Christianity filled a void. Christianity has shifted from what it was.
It's not even close to most people.
The world is clearly a Christian world. Like government, everything's Christian. So now it's like an ideology that you can or cannot follow.
But that was his point. When he was saying God is dead, he wasn't saying literally God doesn't exist and he's dead. He was saying the religion's importance in our culture is dying.
Yeah, well,
that's what
he
was saying.
From German, what he literally said was,
but does that make sense?
God.
Because religion, whether you like it or not, was extremely important to American culture for most of it. I mean, it literally has been the main reason we do things for a long time. That's why,
weird to think about, isn't it?
That's why we have like fucking weird sexism, and that's why we have rules like, you know, you can't do certain things still, and it's like, you can have anal sex in Tennessee legally.
Oral and anal.
I literally can't fuck my girlfriend in the ass in Tennessee, or my boyfriend, whoever the fuck.
My brother's calling me, guys. Let's ask him.
Kyle.
That's
Kyle.
What are you doing?
Is Spiva there?
Yeah, do you need a ride?
I'm going to need a ride.
When?
In about
a couple hours.
Is your refrigerator running?
You can come over and smoke weed with us.
You better go.
Have you seen that new study where it shows like the majority of Americans feel like their job
down there.
or like their work?
Just come on. Come over.
Out humanity enough, like it's time to revisit what the point of work is, because most people feel like their job is worthless or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Society. That's how I feel. I'm an accounting major, but I feel like
I
don't want to do accounting. I want to do something that actually impacts the world.
Can I tell you guys something interesting?
I want to push drugs.
I was talking to my father about depression and how. And I was
Get
talking to
your
him.
dad on the podcast.
Remember how we were talking about the 1/4 life crisis, where people who were in their
Yes.
20s. When my dad was in his 20s, you know what he did? He told his father that he was going to move to Yellowstone and work at a park. So that's what he fucking did. He went to Yellowstone and worked on a park, and then he quit because the park gave him no money, and he worked on an oil field in the middle of the desert in Wyoming for a few years.
Is that how he ended up in Montana?
And he's acting like. He kind of wanted to go back later in life, but
he's actually from
he moved from there and went to like some Christian camp. But he's acting like we all have it figured out. But when he was 20, he was like, "I'm going to quit being a biologist and literally become
it's a real thing.
A fucking stoner in
crisis
Wyoming."
is a real thing.
Exactly. And so I think when people go through that, a lot of people find religion as an answer historically.
I honestly
but
feel
now
like I'm going through that lately.
I feel the same way. And you know what? I talked to my dad about this, right? That people are going through this fucking horrible situation. And he kept telling me what you need to find is a career. And I was like,
but
in today's day and age, telling a young millennial that's depressed that they want a career is like asking them to just kill themselves now.
I'm at a point
Do you see
now
what I'm saying?
mentally where I'm very susceptible to joining ISIS if they say the right thing.
Exactly. Well, actually, we're gonna put this online, so you're in.
No,
What'd you say?
I said I'm at a point mentally where I'm very susceptible to joining ISIS.
You see, no, but
Very good.
But one time you
Welcome YouTube. My name is Rahim.
no,
I am from.
I have to say though, like
We're gonna get now.
in Western culture, they like you need to find meaning, you need to find a career that you love.
But that's any cult. That's how ISIS and
And
groups
it's
like
like,
that get popular.
goddamn,
because
I
they
wish we
take
were-
people our age and say, "Here's your purpose."
Yeah, one time you gave me a really good breakdown, sort of of that feeling. It's like if they bombed your small town in America, any country, it doesn't matter who it was,
You're
you
gonna wanna fight.
would be like, fuck that. Like you would totally feel that
No
as
matter
a
the
young
reason.
as a young man, like you would
Seeing
feel
your
that.
young family. We
Yeah.
killed
Oh,
a
and
lot of
Look at
civilians.
this is what
You would
something I
feel
thought
that like
about a long
crazy.
time ago. It's like every
It's so
time-
weird to like level with that mentality
If
when
you
they do
watch-
bad stuff. in
If
the
you
world,
watch a
though.
movie that takes place in the future and they try to paint a picture that the current like regime is bad, they show over policing and like somebody that's in a foreign land governing these people, and that's literally what we're doing in the Middle East. Is like
Right, they're
everything
like,
that they show to make a
I'm-
villainous
Exactly.
government is
what
literally
we
what like, they show like checkpoints.
Yeah.
People
It's a good
going
point.
to work. Like we literally do everything we can to
Occupied
get in
by
these
foreign
people's
power.
lives, and that's literally how like Hollywood depicts the bad governments that get overthrown in movies. Is what we do in the Middle East.
Right. No, here's the thing. It's like I said. So even if let's say our intentions are good, right?
They don't know our intentions. If they grow up just seeing a foreign
And if they,
person,
even
in
if
their
they know,
land.
they might not agree
Yeah, they
with
don't
them.
speak our language. How they
Think
gonna
about
know our
this.
intentions?
Yeah.
Why did we go to Vietnam? To stop the spread of communism.
Communism.
We went because we think it's a bad ideology. Who doesn't think it's a bad ideology? The people who fucking want it. So we say, you listen. You
There's
have
a little more to Vietnam than that.
obviously.
They wanted to protect
Korea,
the
Vietnam.
South Vietnam.
It was a very political war.
Right, but
Like
here's my
South
point.
Vietnam and South Korea wanted to be sort of Western, and then
Of
a
course.
lot of them, the people in power, were not allowing that, and so we kind of funded their sort of movement, like South Korea's movement. Like
It's what we
who's to
still do
argue?
these
Okay,
days.
point is
It's
this:
still what we
we
do.
say we don't like
You see
your
what I'm
government
saying, though,
style.
right?
We've
Like-
installed leaders in South America that we
Like,
thought were the best leaders.
It's not
and they ended up
necessarily
being
ruined
dictators.
it.
Yeah.
We didn't just walk into Korea or
To get
Korea
better.
or Vietnam and say fuck communism, because a lot of the
Basically,
people
we did.
but a lot of the people
Oh, but
did
we
want
still-
that.
Of course, and a lot of people wanted it.
Yeah,
and they
but-
ended up getting it.
But it was almost
You
like
know?
it'd be like going to a civil war. More so,
which would be horrible.
which would be horrible.
You don't decide another
But-
country's
but
civil
it's-
war because of what you want.
Exactly.
That's what we do, though.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
And if you really
that's
think about it,
not.
why the
but I
fuck
think
do we
I
even
think
do
it's
that?
important to know that that's what we were doing.
Because honestly, if you think about it, it's like why it doesn't make sense why we're there. Now we're going to become a peaceful activist protest.
No, think about it. We literally say we.
Yeah, we're on the internet and now we're fucking liberal as fuck, dude.
It's oh my god, I voted Hillary.
I understand.
Think about this. We literally
Sharia
take our
blue
military
and police the world.
and take it. We police the world.
It's a joke that people are like world
This-
police, but that's
what's that?
literally
Hold on,
what we
wait,
do.
I
We're
gotta-
literally the world police. I mean, at times I can agree with what we do, but when you think about it,
Of
it's like
course,
so
we're
much
not-
we do is we have good intentions most.
Dude,
of the
what's that
time.
one System of a Down song?
Charlie Wilson's one?
They talk about how the United States. This song about written by
You're talking about Wake
System
Up,
of a Down.
put it on, make up.
Not that one. It's
you
called
wanna do?
Prison. They're trying to build a prison. For you and me to
Architect.
live in. It's actually a really good song. I fucking love that song. But that being said, they talk about how drugs are used to fund secret wars around the world. Drugs are used to fund secret wars around the world. And I always used to wonder as a kid, it's like,
There's so much the government can do, bro. Let's turn this into a tinfoil
what if
podcast
they?
now.
But what if?
We just went far left, now we're going far right.
What if? Who knows what we're doing? All I have to say is that I could honestly buy some of that drug conspiracy shit. I have to say. Have you ever looked into it? Like the whole idea about like the CIA selling stuff. I love it.
They do something.
It doesn't matter if it's true or not. Listen.
What does CIA stand for?
It doesn't matter.
Secret Drug
I love-
Organization.
My pronosigrams.
I love
Yeah, that's not a
I love reading about that
drug.
shit. I get fucking stoned and I'm like, I read about the CIA doing drugs crazy shit, and I'm like, this is so fucking
What
interesting.
about how the Obama administration did those whole like gun running things like a few years ago, where they sold thousands of guns to the
I heard about
cartels?
that.
They
The
sold
thing
them
was,
and they
The
killed
Fast and the
they
Furious,
killed
and
an
it pops
FBI
up with
and
it.
it's not even-
It's killed border agents and all that stuff.
It's
'cause
not
they
even
didn't
really
actually
like.
track the guns.
It makes me feel like Archer
It's
is a
not funny,
documentary.
but it's terrible.
You know what I mean? Like there are really
It's
agents
because-
of the United
it's
States
because
government
we
who are
prop-
doing like crazy
we prop
shit
these agencies
and like
up.
killing people on accident and stuff.
We prop these agencies up to be like so smart that they do crazy smart jobs that everything they do, but they screw up just like any other person.
Yeah, they're normal fucking people.
They're smart, normal people. They're us. No, but like literally, like the whole Fast and the Furious program, they didn't track the guns like they should have. So they put 2,400 guns out there, or however many guns. They've killed a border agent with them. The cartels have killed hundreds of people with them. I've never seen a cat be like that.
I want to kiss that cat right on its asshole. I want to kiss. Damn.
Isn't he fucking like literally the cutest cat you've ever seen?
You know what we should do?
I
by the way?
can't look at him without.
How long are we gonna record this?
You get a boner or something? I'm getting a fucking cat boner,
Because
dude.
like he was a kid
What?
the last time I was here, and now he looks like an. It's like an adult looking at me.
Do you guys want to go listen to this a little bit? What do you want to do?
Should we stop? I'm kind of not ready to end. Are
Like,
you ready to end?
this is
I'm
making
saying-
me feel a weird thing about life that makes me just not feel comfortable. Like your cat makes me uncomfortable. The last time we were here, this was a kitten, and now look at it.
We're
It's a
bringing in
dad.
therapy.
It's my dad.
All right,
Look at
guys,
it.
it is time for the therapy hour of the podcast.
Go ahead.
Why
I don't feel comfortable
do
looking
you
at your
feel
cat.
Zach, if you were to get down to the very deep reaches of your soul, why would you say that the cat bothers you?
The cat bothers you.
Because it is an.
I'm not a very sober therapist.
I got no idea.
It is an accelerated view of life, and it makes me
Because
uncomfortable.
when an
life
animal grows
is.
in the year. Yeah, it is weird to think of yourself as sort of...
That was a kitten 2 months ago when I was at your house.
Close
It was
your eyes.
Clawing at blinds, and now that's a full-grown cat. It looks like a human looking at me, like an adult cat is
like
looking at me.
with aged eyes.
That's a cat that looks like it's seen life and paid its taxes, and now it's looking at me.
No,
What
don't look.
are you doing?
Everybody listen.
I don't want to
That's
do
like,
this.
yeah, though, like you said, it's aged eyes. That cat looks like it's gone through life.
When
The
I-
last time I was here, it was a kitten.
When I see Josh's cat, this is what I
It
picture.
doesn't make me feel comfortable.
This song.
That's bad. I don't like
That's
that.
horrible.
This is what
Oh my god.
When I see Josh's cat, I hear this.
This is This is literally
okay.
even worse than the first one.
This is bad. This is what I hear when I see Josh's cat.
This almost has to be in the public domain at this point. Yeah. This is the most used song of all time. Who the fuck is this guy that wrote this? Is this a real thing? What the hell is Benny Hill?
This is an old show. But, or is it that dude? I don't know. Like, you see the cat every day. Don't you think it would be better if cats or animals imprinted on its master and died when the master died?
Well, they do, right? I kill my dog.
Like, it's
right?
depressing.
better?
It's depressing that my dog will die in like 4 years.
Right, but it's actually like
Oh, I see
400
what you
years
mean.
old. In dog years, it's like 1,000,000 years old, right?
No, but
No,
the thing
because
is
the dog experiences time the same
that's
way I
something.
experience
I have to
time.
say that death is what makes life beautiful. That sounds so gay.
That sounds super gay.
That sounds so gay. But no, but think about it.
It makes
the idea.
important.
Alyssa.
It makes our time here seem
Okay.
so important.
Someone I know is
You just said
is
it.
afraid to die.
I'm afraid to die.
You
I
know,
had this discussion
you get
at
to
work
know
like
people.
2 days ago. I was
I'm not at all.
You talk to people, and some people are afraid to die. And
That's
you know what you say?
literally
What
I
are
had
you
this
afraid
conversation
of?
at work where
What
I
are you
was
afraid
talking
of?
to people.
You're
and I-
afraid of ending. You're afraid of non-permanence. And I say, do you really want to live like that song? Do you really want to live forever?
Yes.
Forever.
God, that's a good song.
Forever. Forever young. Okay. Anyways,
Who sings that? Fallen Troy.
it's not definitely not. Forever Young. I don't know. I probably the version I know is probably a cover of the
Elvis.
original.
A
At
little
least.
less conversation, a little more live forever.
It's probably like Cheap Trick or something. I don't know. Anyways, Cheap Trick's awesome. They sing that song.
I won.
Okay.
But I literally had this conversation with your.
But-
I can't say the name. Your sister's sister.
My
your girlfriend's
sister-in-law.
sister.
My
I said people all the
sister-in-law.
time say like they're not afraid to die. Some say it because they want to look cool. Some say it because they're literally not afraid to die. I'm scared to death of death.
I'm scared of death for sure. But you know what I have to say about it is
Are you really?
But it is literally.
If you were in a situation,
okay, I have
like,
to say
someone's
you
gotta-
don't know you're scared of death. You don't
I
know.
I know I'm scared.
No.
Some people know.
No,
and some
various
people
times
don't.
throughout.
I'm scared.
You gotta valid. You
happens
can't
is
say for sure you know everyone's
Someone
scared
tells
of
you you're
death.
dying in a month. What do you feel?
That would be
Scared?
shitty.
Depressed?
No,
That
no.
would feel-
Okay.
That is what that is what someone I know.
Okay, if someone says you're dying in a month, that's a terrifying thought. Knowing that you're talking,
It's scary.
That's
What
okay.
they're scared of. They're not scared
No, no,
of.
We're scared
growing
of
old.
change.
No.
They're not scared of growing. No,
I'm
you're
scared
wrong.
of growing old.
I'm not wrong. You
Some
didn't let me
people-
say my point yet.
Growing old freaks
sorry.
me out. I don't want to grow old.
Here's my point.
Let's hear your point.
Obviously,
I wanna be
under the
young
right
and faithful.
circumstances, I would be shocked and feel panic at the thought of my own death.
Yes.
If someone said tomorrow I'm going to blast your fucking brains out,
Yeah,
and I knew
you'd
it.
freak
Yes,
out.
who wouldn't be? But that's
Well-
not me being scared of death. That's me being scared at the sudden knowing that my life has 24 hours
I
left.
think that is the scare.
No. Scared of death means that
That's what being
no
scared
matter
of
when
death
it
is.
comes, the thought of non-existence bothers you.
That's
and it
not
doesn't.
what it is.
Right, well, I'm not scared. Here's my point.
Okay,
Well, that's
I don't
the law
consider
that's
my.
me
I'm
either way.
scared of death in the sense of, I'm scared of dying,
Why?
but I'm not scared of the idea of growing old and dying.
Why?
But for instance, Alyssa, this person I know,
I'm going to kill
this person I know, who I'm not dating, and someone else is. They said that their ideal, because you don't want to just grow old forever. What if you like? What if the alternative was
I would
literally
prefer-
don't
grow
die?
young for a second.
No, what if the alternative was like you literally age, you become 100, and then you keep going? Like, think about what a fucking 100-year-old looks like. They look like they want to die because they look terrible. You know what I mean? Like, imagine
It
being,
depends on the 100-year-old you find.
imagine
brother.
being 100 older than that and actually aging as a human being,
So, like,
as a
biblical
biological
ages?
unit. You'd be like a fucking skeleton. Whether or not you wanted, like, if you were still alive at that point, you'd be like black and bruised all over you, and be
It's like the people that have conditions
like you
that
would
just wanna
want
die.
to die at that point. Your body is a harbor of cancer and death. At
Well,
that
this
point.
reminds me, they
whether
found-
or not you're biologically dead or
I
not.
don't know how
but I
serious
have to
this
say,
is.
her idea. You know the elves in Lord of the Rings that live forever
No.
and they're beautiful, but they can die from being stabbed to death.
So they can die from other people.
They
don't
can die.
naturally.
They can die from intervention.
They don't die naturally.
They're like jellyfish or
Exactly.
lobsters.
It's like
They-
crabs.
But
Isn't
they
it crabs
age.
that
They're-
die
lobsters.
No,
naturally?
Lobsters.
but they're children. They're children for 100, 200, 300 years, and then they become like
Gandalf.
teenagers, and then they're young until they're like 50,000 years old, and they become adults and they become wise, and they've
I want
seen
that life.
they've seen the passing of entire forests and ages, and they've seen rivers change course. You know what I mean? Like they're aged once they've lived, but at the same time they're all dying through war and horribleness, so they hate stuff like that. All they want. That's what Alyssa wants. This person I know. That's what she wants.
You could say names.
I know, it's just funny at this
Yeah,
point.
bro, David.
Yeah.
Do you think about
Jeremy.
that though? Like,
Bard.
like
Jerry Bard.
they're
He
not.
died.
She's not
Double back.
afraid of.
Look at this.
She's paranoid. She's like, I have cancer. Every time she checks her,
Yeah,
she
your
does
girlfriend-
things. You know, like
Your
she does
girlfriend has
things.
cancer.
I mean, Dan was like that. Growing up with my brother, he was like that. I know so many people who are paranoid of stuff like that.
What's your point?
So my point is,
When I
is
see
that
those cancer
people are
society
scared of
commercials-
death. They're scared of spontaneous.
Okay.
Like you go tomorrow and you find out you're dying.
Here's my
That's
point.
what they're scared of.
If you guys see those
They're
cancer
scared
society
of.
commercials,
I'm scared of that.
it's
Like sometimes
are you?
when you have a heartache, aren't you kind of like,
Here I go.
that's it? Like I think it.
I don't do that.
You don't think
At all, no.
you don't have any chest pain.
All right. First off,
You have chest pain.
I need to lay out a fundamental philosophical point, which is you cannot assume. This is a logical point more than philosophical. You cannot say because I know X amount of people feel this way, you must feel this way. It's not possible. I can tell you with certainty, more so than when I was religious.
I'm just saying.
I'm not scared of death.
People, I might. Okay, Zach was kind of saying that
You know
he
what?
doesn't think.
You know what I think it almost is? It's not people are scared of death. It's that they regret not doing everything they want to do before that moment.
I don't
That's
think
fine.
that's it either. I think that you'll think that. I think you'll think, I wish I would have lived more. But ultimately,
Everybody's
you live
gonna think that.
100%. You literally have the best life ever, and someone tells you you're dying in 2 weeks, you're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
But don't you see how that's not a question of being scared of death? That's someone saying you're dying in 2 weeks.
What it is you're scared of your mortality. You're scared of your like sort of finitude.
People are scared
your
of
small
knowing.
glimpse of life. You're afraid it's going to go away and your glimpse is going to be gone. I think coming to terms. I was going to bring this up for the whole animal thing. I think it's important that an animal dies because. I don't think it should be the case. I think you're supposed to have animals through your life. I look at that cat and I say, God damn it, I love him. He's not even a year old. And, of course I've thought, I will probably, if all things go well...
All things considered with Jack Shapiro.
If all things go well, I'll get to see that cat die if he doesn't run away or something else bad happens. If all things go well, I'll get to see it die.
It's like my dog.
You see what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
But you get to see it age and grow, and then you have to deal with its death. That's why when it's kind of
you get to see life in a short scale.
It's an kind of important moment when a pet dies in your life.
I know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's sort of a defining moment for a lot of young children.
You want to hear something?
They'll
remember that on a small scale.
Exactly.
I'll tell you something else.
I think it's important to realize that all life is sort of like that, and it's what makes it so special. All
right,
everyone it sounds so gay and fucking.
Everyone grasp something real quick.
Let's not be friends.
You're kicked off this
podcast.
You need to grasp something. All right, get in your head. This dog existed. This was a real dog.
This dog has a Facebook. We're looking at a Facebook page of a fucking dog.
Napoleon Hall.
This is an awesome Facebook.
And it's a dog. All right, look at that.
What the fuck is that face?
That's a real dog.
Really?
He lives.
And now it's flattened.
Now look. Okay, now look at how big he was. He was smaller than that cucumber. Okay? Look at this dog. He was real.
We need to have a montage of Napoleon pictures.
And you know how I found this dog, Josh? He was
pancaked.
He looked like a pancake, a rug. And I was glad he died that way. His little teeth and nails mixed in with his fur, and he was flat. Because I thought, I don't want to see this grog grow dull. I don't want to see this dog grow old. And vomit itself to death. Because Honey, his sister, Honey, I watched her have an aneurysm and die in front of me. In her full body fullness. Now Napoleon, we found him flat in the road, and I said, "That's good."
I'm not laughing.
No, you should laugh because he had to have lived maybe maximum when that car hit him. Not at all. Maximum.
What if he suffered flattened?
He couldn't have. It's not possible. He was literally like, as soon as you hit him, his whole body became flat. And we buried him, and I said,
"Was he literally how flat was he?"
I'm not kidding. He was flat.
But
he'd been over for days.
You're not scared of death, but you don't want to watch things you love grow old.
No, I'm saying
watch things you love die.
No, I'm just saying your death isn't fitting if it's. There's plenty of people who die of old age and they shit themselves in their hospital beds and
I mean, Scruffy
died
naturally.
I really want to shit myself after I die. Like,
no, how about
this? If I
this?
die with shit in my pants, I'll be pissed.
How many people die on the battlefield and that was it? That's when they died. Their life ended at 36, not 90.
Great. In a weird way,
death is not
beautiful.
Reached the end.
Like I can see the fucking poetry of battle when a young man
almost
dies.
rather die like that than in a bed at 95
when a young
years old.
Like imagine a man with a bookstore in his future. He was gonna go home and become a bookstore
He's
owner.
become a bookstore.
He's gonna become a bookstore. And he was gonna sell books out of his body. No, he was gonna open a bookstore with his woman, and then that all ended because of a bullet of a fucking with a fucking
Vietnam. You mean Charlie?
A Viet Cong, fucking Charlie shot him right in the face. No, but you think about that and you go, damn, that's beautiful.
Like the dude in Saving Private Ryan that can't find his other
sad,
arm.
and you say, damn, that's emotional and sad. But I think more than what that is sort of like you're seeing how beautiful life is in a weird way through that guy's death.
Some people see it as the way like that dude died. That was his whole purpose in life was to die that way.
I think
he
elves
had no
are
future.
Elves are giant fucking fags because ultimately what they're going to be doing is they're going to be saying like, you live forever. You're not going to be able to enjoy the life of a butterfly. Monarchs are not going to be beautiful. They're going to be passing swarms to you. Like you're going to care more about like Earth itself. And like maybe that'll be cool. Like, maybe it'll be cool to see the rivers
treasure
change.
everything as much.
Exactly. Like our sort of finitude allows us to see so many different things.
Appreciate.
Like I can appreciate wildflowers. I'm not even fucking kidding. I went on a fucking hike the other day and saw some fucking.
This faggot? We're doing this podcast.
I went and saw bluebells. Virginia bluebells.
You got bluebells on the trail?
Virginia bluebells. Wayne Deer Park has one of the largest natural occurring in the entire world. And these fucking wildflowers. And you think, why are these flowers so beautiful? It's because they're blue and because I like blue. But it's not. It's because they're so you look at a fucking forest all your life and you never see these like bright blue flowers, and you're like, God damn, that looks cool. And it's cool because it's so short lasting. Like,
it's like the cicadas, bro.
Like this.
Look how beautiful this dog is. He's short lasting. Cats are wonderful. They have their own personalities. They're short lasting.
Think this was a real thing, and it looked at its eyeballs. This thing looked out of its eyeballs like you look out of yours, and that was its face.
I know. It's like, in a weird way, it's just another little being trying to figure out the universe. Just
I had a weird thought the other day when I was running sprints.
It's not doing as good, but
when I sprinted before we sprinted, Avery, I had this bug kept following me like up and down the road, and I was like,
"Stop smoking crack, Cole."
You've got some explaining to do.
It gave me this weird thought that what if like animals, like what if reincarnation was real, and it's literally souls inside of these animals that get glimpses of what it was like to be a human again, and they're tortured. Like
it looks way better like that.
You can tell that's Kyle holding him.
This dog
makes
died.
you sad looking at it. You're afraid of death too.
My specialty is roofing.
That's your Catholic.
You guys ready for
Watch the Osama shoot down video. Osama dead censored video leaked. May 3rd, 2011. Napoleon Hall shared that.
Someone linked that.
6 years ago.
Dog. I'm a dog too, and I want squirrels. I'm just sitting.
6 years ago.
I'm just sitting here with my brossif, Kyle. Bark. Born on April 24th.
So did all three of you manage this, or who managed
Just
it?
Kyle did.
Yeah, I remember when he made it.
Oh my god. Look at this bro. I think he died.
Is he in law school?
You're really handsome, but you look really sad.
Look at that picture. That's the stupidest thing. He looks fat there.
Yeah, he does.
No, that's just like
He's a
comfortable.
douche.
Jeez. This is weird. This podcast has turned weird.
It has turned weird. What am I looking at?
Let's stay away from.
Oh, that's the chick that you said was hot. That I was supposed to talk.
Here,
wait.
It's the chick.
Let's stay away from Facebook though. Let's keep it on
Goofy.
non-local.
All right, so let's talk.
Stay
about
national, bro.
I zoned, bro. Bro, I was zoning.
Hey,
Yo, anyone done with their beer yet? I'm ready to go.
I've got that much left. This is so
You guys
light.
are falling behind. We're at midnight. We're at 2 hours in of our first podcast.
Wait.
How do you feel?
I feel like it sucks. Like no one's gonna listen to this.
I feel like it's not that
I'm
bad.
gonna kill myself.
We definitely have to go back and edit a lot.
If one of us
I
killed
feel
ourselves,
like-
do you think it'd get more traffic?
Yeah, one of us should do it. Okay, let's draw straws for it, bro. Who's gonna kill themselves?
Who's gonna get
I think it definitely needs
opposite what I get.
to
And
be.
they're gonna
edited.
be like, his last dying wish was for people to listen to his podcast.
Have you ever seen the pun for it was Break-A-Wish Foundation?
Break a wish?
Yeah,
No.
it's a joke about like how you make these kids' wishes not come true. Like some of these kids are like, I wish that I could play for the University of Connecticut and score a touchdown in spring practice. So it's a video of a kid. There's an actual video that's like a pun of this where it's a kid. They're like, he was born with a potato for his heart. He wasn't supposed to live past 10, and then it shows him getting up to like the 5-yard line, and he gets destroyed. And they're like, "Oh no!"
It plays this. The kid's like, I want to run for the Chicago fuckers, and then this on.
Google or just type in Break-A-Wish Foundation and see if that kid pops up.
I have to say, I think it's actually much better than you think. I think if you went back and listened to it,
I mean, it's
we'd
gonna be
like
funny.
it.
No, I like it. I like it. We definitely.
having a
I'm
good
just
time.
saying.
We have especially
these hold
sections.
2 hours.
Even if only
We have sections that are really good.
Only if like 8,000 people listen per minute, and we get super popular, and I get rich from this, and these people pay my life.
Well, this is definitely not going to make us rich.
We can edit it down
But what
to
it
what?
is going to make us
just
is
I've had a good
satisfied that we
time.
tried.
I've
And
had
you
a
know
good
what we're going
time.
to do is we're gonna listen to it. I'm going to send it to you guys after I edit it, which I will edit it.
Type Make-A-Wish Kids Touchdown Ruined.
But I'm going to send it to you, and we're going to listen to it.
I hate this.
Make-A-Wish. Wait, what is it called?
Is it kid gets tackled?
Yeah.
Break-A-Wish. Apparently,
I don't know if Break-A-Wish will
Break-A-Wish.
No, just type in Make-A-Wish Kid Touchdown Ruined. Those 5 words.
Break-A-Wish kid touchdown run.
Make-A-Wish Touchdown Ruined.
Touchdown ruined.
Tackle might be.
Ruined. Indeed.
Let's see. Oh, Lord. It's that one. Just click it. Listen to the.
Wearing number 1 for the Los Angeles traffic today is 9-year-old Tommy Douglas. Tommy is
So this kid's fucking dying.
The first time I watched this, I didn't listen to the audio, and I was like, oh my god.
heart transplant
surgery next weekend.
Heart transplant, great.
Traffic fan as they come, so
He better win.
Listen, just listen. Both teams have agreed to come together and have Tommy run the first play of the game. And he got the handoff, and there he goes. No little cutback move, and it looks like he's gonna go all the way. Look at him go. Wow. This is really one of those heartwarming moments in sports where you just... Oh my God! That is not good.
Look at Not Another Teen Movie. Kid killed football.
I've seen that. I love that movie.
That's such a good movie. I'm gonna have to.
Just have Not Another Teen Movie football. It was there actually.
Teenage movie. I thought it was teen movie.
Right there. Not another teenage movie football tackle.
It's not teenagers.
I thought it was not another teen movie.
I swear to God, it's not another.
Yeah,
teen.
It is not another teen.
All right, well,
the wise.
Just type in Marty 2001. That's it.
I think it's Kenny Play. I think this is it.
That's it.
And we're back from the second half.
This is one of the best movies ever.
I honestly do.
I love this
It's
movie
fantastic.
so much. First time I watched it was when it like came out, and I was probably
I saw it on
like 10 years old.
one time.
Say good day to Reggie Ray.
Oh, say good day to Reggie Ray. It's Australian.
Reggie Ray.
He has like seven.
Oh yeah, I'll do titties. Sweet.
They're like 7 concussions and you're dead.
Doesn't look good, coach.
Oh my God, that's fucking Archer.
Answer my question.
Him or the other
That's
guy?
Archer. That guy's Archer.
Left?
Him.
Oh,
That's Archer.
the dude right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Swear to God.
Listen to his voice.
I don't watch Archer.
I love Archer. It's a good show.
John likes Archer.
Can
a
he
lot.
play? God damn it!
Wait, is this not it? I don't think this is it.
I told you it was the first video.
It's still good.
Type in that one.
It's still really funny. Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Sorry, listeners. We fucked it out.
This kind of movie though would like get a lot of criticism for that kind of crap today though, if you think about it.
For God's sake, don't try anything fancy!
Damn it.
Alright, listen, boys. We got time for one more play. I said we should go to Marty.
That's okay. I'm just happy being on the field. But Jake, coach reckons we ought to take
Do you remember when Ponyboy cried because he got humped?
Well, I don't care what coach reckons. Look, you can't...
I don't care what Coach reckons.
Coach reckons.
Yeah, Ponyboy got humped. The kid we had football with, he got humped and cried.
Chris, whatever his name was.
Chris fucking Ponyboy.
We were playing like Johnson County or something.
Really, guys, I appreciate this. That's the spirit. Ready?
That was literally like 8 or 9 years ago when we were freshmen.
Think about it, yeah. Jesus, that's weird. 9 years ago we were in freshmen.
I don't know, looks good to me. I don't like to think about that. 9 years ago we were playing freshman football. 9 years.
That is super fucking weird.
So, are we gonna have our 10-year anniversary, like 10-year reunion soon? In like 4 years.
That's the girl that I went on a date with. That's
So I saw her, okay. Because that's what you get. Here it is. Do you remember Ponyboy and Chris?
He got it.
What was this kid's name? Chris?
Tucker.
No.
Chris Tucker.
No. It was the blonde white kid, Chris, that was in ROTC.
I can't remember his name.
Chris Stone?
No, he is a longer last name.
Chris Silverstone. No, but Josh, there was one time we were playing a football game, I guess it was freshman year, and a kid from the opposing team, after like in the dog pile, as a joke, when he was on top of Chris, and he just started humping Chris. And then like everyone made fun of Chris on the way home on the school bus, and Chris just started like bawling his eyes out on the school bus because that kid humped him. And that's how I realized bullying was bad.
They humped the shit out of Chris.
This has been a 2-hour-long podcast.
I know. That's what I want to listen to some of what we've done.
There's good parts and there's bad parts.
I mean, right, but if we cut down to just the good parts, it's like 45 minutes easy.
He bawled his eyes out because a kid humped him. Have you ever thought about that? Like how locker rooms turn so gay?
Yeah, like that's like whipping each. We always said that though. We're like, it's so gay. They're whipping each other's balls.
They're whipping each other's balls.
And the show's like, I came on his towel.
Yeah, like they're shoving their, like you grind your balls on another dude's back when he's not looking at you. Cause that's funny.
I put my balls on him when he was sleeping.
Because it's considered funny, but
it's
that's
considered like masculine. It's super gay though.
Like
I put my balls on his chest while he was sleeping.
Like Clemson just won the national title, and the whole thing they were getting a bunch of publicity over. It was every time they would tackle somebody, they would finger their assholes.
Oh my god!
That's like literally a story. That like
what's the point?
Like here,
whoa,
dude, stand still. Talk about
click it.
being afraid of the finitude of your cats. This motherfucker's about to die.
Stanley's got at least another day left.
He's got 1 or 2.
Jesus, I just look something. I can't even type. Look at that.
Clemson fingering football.
Like, look at the stuff they're getting in. Like, this is what Clemson did all year. Like,
you can't do anything. What's wrong?
What the fuck?
But that's literally normal stuff in football.
It's
like me and
normal
Avery can
football.
tell you, like when you play high school football, it's like normal. Like if you take a shower with the team and then someone's getting dressed, you run up behind them and like grind your balls down their back.
We knew a dude. He was like, dude, we came on all of his towels. We kept
But
coming
it's
on.
like everyone's like, dude, that's hilarious. But
so
that's
fucking
gay.
masculine and like you assert your dominance. Fucking come on his
but
towel,
that's
bro.
literally gay. I can tell you about the guy who made the BPA theory that we know so well.
Oh yeah, he came
they
on
have, like, a
our
circle
friend's
jerk?
head or
No,
something.
he used to do this weird thing. Like in advanced PE, you would think it would be the same. It's basically like a class in high school where you fucking work
getting
out with a
comfortable.
bunch of like seniors. And it was just a class just to say, fuck it, I don't want to have a class, basically. You know, you got to play basketball most of the time, and we just fucked around in the gym. But he would always be late. And I was like, anyone who doesn't want to shower is like, what do you want? Like, what? Why are you so worried? I never understood. Like, why would you be worried about taking a shower?
Was he really worried about that?
Yeah.
He's gay, dude.
You
He's
think
just got to be
maybe
gay.
he
right?
drank too much water in high school.
No, for
dude.
real. If he's
Maybe
self-conscious
drank-
about showering with dudes, it's because he's going to get a super boner.
Exactly, but at the same time, it's like, who the fuck isn't a little self-conscious? Like, what if
I
I had a
mean, I
boner
was
and everyone
dick
made fun of me?
flapping all over
But you would at least
Everybody's
think that.
a little gay.
I wanted to
Honest.
show my
You
dick
would
off.
think that. Every person probably has had the thought, what if I did get a boner? I'd be so embarrassed, and everyone
I'd
would
be
be
like, come eat this, bitch.
yeah, exactly. Some
Come eat this
some
bone.
people would be like super not even worried about it. But a lot of people would be like, oh man, it'd be so embarrassing. And to the point where it's like,
Shouldn't have moved here from Canada.
exactly, embarrasses me. And then they get embarrassed, and then they go,
Can't shower.
why am I so embarrassed? And then they get embarrassed, and maybe they think they're gay when they're older, but maybe they're actually not gay. Maybe they're just fucking crazy.
Isn't that weird that people like, am I gay? Why can't people just know, am I gay or not?
Bro,
Like,
here's the thing.
why do people have to
I'm
question
super
it?
fucking gay.
I think most people know.
I've been playing with
No, but
dudes
like that's like always.
But
since
it's
the
possible
day
am I gay?
I came out the women.
I don't know. I disagree. I
It's
think it's
thinking it
possible.
came out the wound and turned around and saw that.
No,
badge, I was-
mixed
I've
feelings
never
possible.
Mixed feelings are totally possible.
Totally
you
possible.
might think
You know why I
some
think
dudes are
it's weird?
attractive.
There's, I see some guys and I'm like, wow, he's really beautiful.
Are you gay?
No, there's been a few times I was like, dude, I could for real have like a gay moment with this guy. He's
Yeah,
so
but
good
then I
looking.
think of the thought of kissing with the guy.
You never
Like,
thought of
that's
that?
pretty gay.
I mean,
Not even gay, right? Samurais fucked little samurai kids all the time.
Samurai's fuck little samurai.
No, for real. It was a popular
Can we
thing.
name this episode? You know what I think we should do? There's someone I like a lot who makes Counter-Strike videos, and he basically the funniest thing said is what the title is. And so like the title is like our podcast episode 1, our podcast episode 2, and then like you'll name it like Samurai Kid.
They did.
What do you say, Samurai?
Samurais fucked little samurai kids all the time. They said to them,
But just
"You
watch
are
this.
training with me. I
This
need
is
to."
what this happened multiple times.
How
throughout
long is
the
this
year.
playing? Over and
It's just
over
a
again?
gift.
But look what they're doing. Like people were like, "Oh my god!" But if you're in a football locker room, that is nothing. Like we played football. That GIF was nothing to us.
This is sexual assault, okay? Hugh Laurie says so.
But it's like to people that watch sports.
If Hugh Laurie says it's assault, then it's assault.
To
okay?
somebody that doesn't watch sports, they're like, "Oh my god, what the heck is that?" But
It's like
to,
a little A little ball.
Checking the oil, he said.
Checking the oil.
Go to YouTube and type up Guy Fingers asshole and see what happens.
No, but like if you're a part of a locker room, you know that's not gay.
Guy Fingers asshole YouTube.
It's not gay, dude. I'm not gay. I'm gay.
Just type it, bro. Asshole fingering.
It's pretty hot.
Finger that asshole.
Is this a pipe party?
It has so many more down votes. I was on to 8 downvotes.
I didn't realize that was a chick. I mean a dude.
Well, that was worth it.
Wait, click it. I got an idea. Go back. Close your
Of course
eyes.
it is
Click
with
the search
83
bar and
views.
close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Sure. No, but like when you saw that football gif that was just up there, Josh, that was like just gay to you, right? It's like, does that kind of surprise you that you would see a football player do that?
Not really. It's
All right,
not
ready?
that crazy.
Ready?
Well, then you're just not normal.
Oh, this is your Camel Man shit.
Now this is what I consider actually gay.
All right, you
I
ready?
did 1,000 views.
I'm waiting on J
I
Man.
gotta get my fucking cat back in here. Oh my gosh.
Which one, Buns?
Go ahead though.
Tons of your friend get off work.
Soon, probably. She probably won't come home.
She won't come home?
Probably not.
She hates you?
She never comes home.
What?
She always goes out with her friends and shit. Are you going to be?
I want to see if there's any new comments on
How'd you
this.
get 1,000 views?
For this, Candleman will spare you. Bologna Rama. Candleman is impartial and Bologna to you. What, mate? What? Bro, I got some bad news. Scary than the Drake. Wouldn't watch again. Here, let's see.
That actually does have a decent amount of views.
It's 1,084 views.
Freaking Tiberi's the best actor ever.
Any lucky upstairs, Eric? Yeah, just got the power back on up here. And... What?
Do you miss those times, Avery?
It was a strange time.
So where'd it come from? I don't know. No, I didn't get it.
I wish that video was still up of us. She moved out and they haven't seen her since.
It was on Hubbard's Facebook, I think. Or MySpace.
It was a YouTube video. I remember Kelsey Nichols commented, it was like, funniest thing I've seen all year.
It's my favorite one right here.
I remember when we were freshmen and everyone was like, dude, Kelsey Nichols chick's so hot. And now she's a man.
She's super masculine.
She was really pretty as a freshman, though.
She was until all that masculinity happened.
I never would have guessed that she would turn into that.
CrossFit.
The CrossFit, like, she benches 454.
Oh my god, Kyle called me twice.
Is he here?
Kyle what is it?
No.
Come in.
I don't know.
Is he with Spiva? I love Spiva.
What? I'm at Josh's. What's up?
Are you with Spiva?
Yes, Kyle.
Is he with Spiva? Dude, you listen to
Kyle, that's not always how that works.
You know who my second favorite band after CCR is?
Motley Crue.
Oh my god. Are you coming here or what?
Play the
Kyle?
Logical song right now. Just type in
One of
Logical
you will
song
drive my
and
car
listen to
home
the
then.
lyrics. Tell me that's not like one of the greatest of all time songs.
Alright, Kyle wants to buy weed from you, Josh.
I don't have weed to sell.
He has no weed to sell.
It's all for use. Just listen to Logical song. It's such a good song.
He says he wants to give you 20 and G so you can buy more. He don't want to sell it to you, Kyle.
Come over and smoke some weed.
You can come over and smoke some, he says, but he don't want to sell it.
You can't listen to the song and say it's not one of the best of all time.
Kyle, just where you at?
This is literally like my favorite song ever. You know that?
Really? I've heard it before.
It's literally like my favorite
come
song
in
of all
from
time.
the basement, from
He's
the
here?
garage.
CCR or Supertramp are my 1A, 1B.
Let's listen to what we've done already a little
Listen
bit.
to
I
the
wanna
song.
hear it.
Just listen to the lyrics of the song.
Oh god, is it not recording?
This is like my favorite. This is my favorite song of all time.
Logical. Oh, there
I
it
have heard this before.
is. Alright, ready? Do you want to
This is
listen?
literally my favorite song.
We should say goodbye, I guess. Let's go out on this then.
Well, we need to have a goodbye. That's
No,
this
let's
is gonna
go
take
out
some
on this
editing.
song.
We've talked about people and shit that we shouldn't have talked about. We were
That's
just
fine.
shit talking Kelsey Nichols a second ago. Cat, Stanley, come here. Come here, Stanley.
Thanks for listening, everyone. I'm packing up all
Fare
right
thee
now.
well.
We're gonna drink some more beer and
Have a good Christmas.
Probably listen to more Super Tramp because Zach just introduced us to them. And,
Merry Christmas.
Get really high if you're me.
Merry Christmas. All right, ready?
Super Tramp's my favorite band. Doesn't make sense.
All right.
4,
cheers, guys.
3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
Just let it play out, I think.
The whole song?
Yeah, I think so. Or not necessarily, but let's just, let it play
We'll
out.
let it play out for a second, then we'll just stop it. Ready?
I think most podcasts have a song at the end.
Most?
All the ones I listen to.
Pretty much they'll have an outro.
I don't know, they just kind of have like a little moment where they say goodbye and chill for a minute.
I'm sure both of you have a song where you just hear it and you're just like every emotion unleashes at once.
Yeah,
this is my
I've
song.
got some favorites. I like this actually.
This is my song.
Oh,
I
mine
could
are
listen to
Portuguese.
this over and over and over. I love this song to death. CCR might be my favorite band of all time, but this is my favorite song of all time.
It's good.
It's the best song ever. Even though it says liberal.
All right. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming.